go. Episode 46.
Right.
All right.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Did you just steal his gimmick?
Steal my gimmick? What do you mean?
Opening a beer on the podcast.
Oh, usually we do it together. We like, you know,
Oh.
3, 2, 1. You know.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
didn't
No,
know
I'm
that.
just kidding. It's not that dramatic.
Oh.
Like,
I was gonna say we've got 3 extra beers if we need.
well, if he jumped, like, you want to do it? You want to do it with me? He jumped the
Mine's
gun,
open
dude.
now.
He missed his opportunity.
Okay,
Dude, I'll
hold
set
on.
this
Let
on
me-
the ground
let
and
me
just pick it up and open a new one.
Get this.
All right, dude. Join in.
Okay, here, take this. Oh, you got a new one already.
Yeah, we're good. Ready?
Yep.
All right, that's how it started.
You're
good.
God. Shit, I missed it. I still have this one anyways.
Yeah, do you want another one? Want to try it again? Try number 3. All right, so let's just get right to it. How's Borne of Ash doing?
Good.
Yeah, doing really good. Got our album coming out next week on Friday. Got the CD release show with Cebulia, Day Tripper, and Affiliate Age, and
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. When is the how far is the show from the album release?
So it's on the same day actually. So we're
Same day.
dropping the
Alright.
CD on the day that we do the album release show, which is the 7th.
Nice. That's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be great. It's at
Yeah, I want to make that one.
Last Exit Live there in South Phoenix. Tickets are $10 a piece on the Borne of Ash Bandcamp.
I'll hit you
Borne of
up. I'll hit you up.
Ash Bandcamp. Band.
You want me to go there or hit you up? Like,
Well,
personally?
you can hit me up. I'm not specifically trying to sell to you right now. I'm just throwing a plug out there.
Yeah, that's good though. But yeah, I'll definitely tell some people about that.
Yeah.
Try to get them out.
Thanks, man.
I'm always trying to spread the metal. You know, like
Yeah.
I want to get people to go to like the the harder shows and stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's such a huge scene here in Arizona that's just right under the layer of what people know about.
Well,
you know what
the
I mean?
the
So,
talent is there.
Right.
Like there's so many good bands in Arizona right now.
yeah,
But it's like it's hard to crack the surface because like it's not like a touristy spot. Like the city is just I don't know. People just come here to work.
yeah,
You know, they come here to work and buy
Come
a
here to
house,
suffer.
and like that's about it.
yeah. I think there's a good healthy amount of people that are into the music, but I've noticed that it's not like a lot of the expats, a lot of the people coming from other places.
Yeah.
It's always whenever I meet people in the scene, they're like, "Yeah, I've been living here for 50 years."
Yeah.
You know, if they're old, if you're into math.
Can you like pull your mic up just a little bit?
Yeah.
A couple inches. There you go.
Like that right there.
Little bit more.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry, the mic stand sucks.
No,
Might
it's okay.
drop.
How's that?
Cool. Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, I need to get new ones. Those suck.
This sound is fine. These are better than the ones we have in our studio.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm excited to see your release show because I know you're playing at Sad Dad too, right?
no, we're not on Sad Dad this year.
No.
No.
There's so many bands. I forget who's playing sometimes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, there were a lot of bands on Sad Dad, and we were thinking about throwing our hat in the ring there, but we decided it would be better just to kind of take the time to focus on recovering from the album and also just focus on at the time that we were offered the Sad Dad show, we were right in the middle of recording it, and we were spread
right.
so thin that it was like, okay, we're actually just gonna have to pass on that one right now because
No, that's
we
all right.
want to focus on what's
it'll
going
happen
on.
again.
Yeah,
You know, you'll be there again next year.
and we'll be there. We'll be at Sad Dad.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We just won't be playing at Sad Dad.
Well, that's cool. Then you can like spend your energy in the pit and like fucking around and
yeah.
stuff. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't have to worry about that. Sometimes when you have a show, like you're always
Yeah.
worried like, oh, before you go up, you don't want to fuck around and like fuck yourself
Fuck
up
yourself
before
up,
you go
yeah.
up on stage.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you want to wait till you're at least on stage.
Yeah, most guys I know, they sit back. They'll listen to the shows. They'll stand there and like listen, but they're not like, raging in the pit. And, like,
Yeah. We
trying to-
actually, Nate and I have started a tradition since we've been in bands together of getting off the stage and starting the pit while we're playing and then getting back up before our next musical cue comes.
Nice.
So sometimes it's we could hurt ourselves, but
You got to try. Well, that's part of the show. That's part of the show, though. I mean,
Yeah.
if you have the challenge, like at some point during the set, you got to figure it out. Like,
yeah.
is it a specific song or
no, just if people aren't, I mean, if it's a really up-tempo song, one that should elicit some moshing and people aren't doing anything, then Nate's going to get out. I mean, he used a wireless mic. He could run to the bar if he wants to. So he's going to get out there and start pushing people around.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
I try to go for him.
Yeah.
I'm in the pit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If he goes in the pit and I'm already in there, I'm like, all right.
He's big. He can take it.
Yeah, I don't try to tackle him or anything, but you know,
You should.
just try to like.
No. I mean, just really try to injure him. If he goes out there and gets injured and I have to step up to the front man position, and it is what it is. No, I'm just kidding. Please don't do that. Nate. We need him so badly.
It's like a hierarchy. You're like everybody moves up wrong.
Yeah, that's right.
You gotta find a new drummer.
Justin, actually, after that, we'll get a double neck bass and guitar on the other.
Yeah, just replace me for a MacBook.
Nice.
Well, that's what that's in there for.
Yeah,
in the studio.
You can do a lot. You can replace all of you with a MacBook now.
We could.
Literally.
We have like tracks. We might just fuck the CD release. We'll just put the MacBook up there and we'll have Nate behind it, like turning knobs.
What if you all had your own MacBook? You all do your own instrument on your own
Borne
MacBook
of Mac.
and
Borne of Mac. Yeah, it's not even a band on stage, just 5 MacBooks.
Like the South Park iPads. It's like
I feel like it's been done already. I feel like this has already happened.
It's called the Faceless.
Oh man, we're truly living in hell. Everything is going to be AI.
You were not wrong though.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Dude, AI is scary.
It's gonna happen.
The metal scene is going to be AI.
There's too many people invested in making this shit just normal. It's like, this is not normal. This is not okay.
It's not. They're going to replace
AI
it.
is fucking scary, dude.
It is. They're going to replace the security at the Nile with a robot.
That's actually probably the last thing to go is like physical jobs. You still need humans to do physical things.
You still need humans to do physical jobs.
Yeah.
Pat people down.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that...
Shit like that.
Yeah.
You need like human eyeballs and, because a camera can only do so much.
Yeah.
Self-driving cars, they're only so good.
Yeah, hey,
all they have is like cameras and shit.
Fuck that shit, by the way.
They're not as good as humans yet.
No, you will never find me in the back of a self-driving car.
I mean, one day, like at some point, it's going to be really good. And like there's going to be enough self-driving cars where they all talk to each other and it'll be way safer.
And then Skynet's going to take over the world.
Yeah, that's always a possibility though. There's enough Teslas where they could just weaponize them, take out all the pedestrians.
It's Elon.
Dude, you haven't seen the whole like driverless, like basically like Uber is Waymo, but it's like all driverless vehicles. That shit's crazy. I would never get in one of those.
Yeah, I see those.
Yeah,
I'm driving through Scottsdale.
Yeah, there's nobody in the fucking driver's seat.
It's scary enough to get in a regular Uber with some random dude. Now I'm gonna get in with nobody. Shit.
I don't know. The Uber drivers in Vegas, I'll trust those motherfuckers with my life.
Yeah,
those guys are good.
Those guys know how to get around, dude.
I'll follow those dudes into war. Like those guys are hardcore, man.
I used to live out there, so like,
oh yeah.
Oh my god, you live in Las Vegas?
Oh yeah, in Las Vegas.
Oh my god, I never knew that. I never knew that about Justin. I've been living with him for 2 years. How long have we known each other?
I don't know, some years.
I've never known that he lived in Las Vegas. He's never brought it up one single time.
Damn. Well,
if you can't tell, this is hard sarcasm. He brings it up all the time.
Well, I tell people I'm from Arizona all the time, and I'm still here. I'm in Arizona. I tell people I'm from Arizona.
Vegas is more exciting, I think.
I know, but if you're from somewhere, you just can't shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah. Anytime it gets brought up, you're like, oh yeah, I used to live there. Yeah.
Where did you live?
Where? Canada.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Canada.
No,
not really.
I'm just being a dick.
I was like, geez, dude. Like, are you okay?
Yeah, he was one of the Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in
one
a past life.
Randy,
I think.
Randy?
He was Randy.
He's Randy?
Yeah.
Randy Bobandy?
We had a cheeseburger before we came here.
Dude, I was on the cheeseburgers. Man.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger
cheeseburgers and the popsicles.
I need to rewatch that show. It's been too long.
It's so good.
Yeah. So I was watching another show that's kind of like that.
Letterkenny?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Letterkenny
show's
is-
funny as fuck,
Letterkenny is
dude. I love
awesome.
that show.
That's the Canadian one.
That's the Canadian one.
The real Canadian one.
Yeah.
Trailer Park Boys seems a little.
It's like they're like backcountry Canadian.
Yeah,
they're like redneck Canadian.
Very
Like that could
Americanized.
be anywhere.
It
you
could
know?
be. It could take place in Missouri.
There's people like that everywhere in the world.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know?
straight up redneck Canadians. It's so
Letterkenny,
funny.
those motherfuckers are really Canadian.
They're really Canadian.
Super Canadian.
Yeah. You cut them and they bleed maple syrup.
Yeah. Those guys are funny though. I like their just the back and forth.
Yeah.
Like the one-liners.
Yeah.
Just constant.
To be fair.
Does a duck with a boner drag weeds?
To be fair.
Like sing it.
They've been trying to get me to watch it for a while. I got a few episodes in. It was pretty good, but I can't keep a grasp of it, honestly.
Yeah. It's like binging Always Sunny.
Yeah.
It's really hard to binge that show.
It is.
Like
It's-
I can watch maybe like 4 or 5 episodes and I'm like, all right, this is too
gotta
crazy.
say, yeah. You start losing the context of the jokes, and then it's just like crazy shit.
Forget
going
which
on for
episode
half an
you're
hour.
in.
Yeah. I know that feeling. Exact feeling.
Yeah, I can't binge watch modern shows. There's something weird about it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's
I don't even watch new stuff anymore. I just watch like the same shows over and over at this point. It's like,
Yeah. I'm the opposite, dude. I try to watch new things all the time.
Yeah.
Like always try to watch new stuff. The only time I'm rewatching something is if it's like, oh, season 8 is coming out. Better refresh the whole entire show, like for the one season that's coming out.
I'm with you though. I try to watch as many new things as possible, but I'm with you. It's hard to like, they wear on you quicker or something like that. But I can do it with old. I've been watching a lot of Law and Order again.
Oh, dude, that
Yeah.
show's hard. Like that show's hard to stop watching.
It's hard to stop watching.
That
You
one's
can
a good one, dude.
because you can start anywhere. It doesn't like really matter if
Yeah.
you start at the first episode. You can just throw one on.
dude,
and then
that's
I just
like
leave it on the
that's like
background.
nostalgia for me. Like I used to go to my grandpa's house like all the time, and he would always be having Law and Order on or fucking like Matlock or like shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I love Law and Order.
Yeah, my mom always played either Jag or
Jag.
the Navy one. There's like the
Oh.
UCMJ.
Uh,
It was like Air Force
And-
Court instead of
was it NCIS?
No,
No?
it was called JAG. It was Air Force.
Oh,
like
Jag
Law
is
and
the-
Order.
Oh shit.
Law and Order, but the
Yeah.
Air Force, bro.
Yeah, it was Law and Order, but in the Air Force. It was nuts.
Air
Like
and
it
Order.
was so specific. It was weird. But
That is
she'd watch
specific.
like Law and Order, SVU, and
I never knew there was like
but
a,
a whole bunch of court shows too. She
Oh,
watched,
court
she
shows, of
watched
course.
Judge Judy from like start to finish.
Yeah,
I'm sure
my-
she's seen all 7,000 episodes or however many there are.
my girl.
Dude,
Shiny.
there's still like Judge Judy, and she looks exactly the same as she did in the 90s. It's
Yeah,
Yeah, she can still whip your ass.
that's the
Scared of her.
cigarettes.
It's the cigarettes.
preserving her health.
Yeah, it's like
it aged her 20 years ago, and now she's like caught up to her
Yeah,
age.
she's
It's like
the
being
same,
embalmed.
dude.
You just stick wherever you're at once you
Exactly.
finish aging.
Exactly. It like puts you at a certain age. It's like, whoop, and,
Yeah, 'cause
then, and
whenever-
then you hold all the way.
Whenever you see somebody that smokes really young, you're like, damn, that person looks 45. And then once they hit 45, you're like, shit, man, they look their age. That's good.
Yeah,
that's
everyone,
good.
Everyone else is like super old.
Everyone
and,
else is like decaying.
and they're all proud. Like,
Right.
oh, I've been smoking cigarettes my whole life. Look at me. And you're
And-
like, fuck you.
And then they die.
How'd you get that good look? Well, pack a day.
My friend Philip
Nicotine.
Morris.
Yeah, nicotine. Now it's like Zyn pouches.
Ugh.
I've never tried those.
Yeah,
Are there-
I've never tried those either.
People at work that dip them, but I don't. I'm not much of a nicotine guy, so honestly, it doesn't. sound
Yeah,
good
I've
to
never
Me, but
never tried those, but yeah,
I like cigars.
I love
smoke
a
a
good
cigar,
scotch and a
yeah.
cigar, man.
Yeah, man.
That's what I like.
I love a cigar, but I gotta say I don't understand scotch or whiskey. Like drinking whiskey.
Whiskey?
maybe
You don't
you
like
should-
bourbon?
Maybe you should have a good scotch or a bourbon and a good cigar, and then you'll understand.
We did that one time, and I was like, the cigar is good. The scotch tastes like
Scotch is different. You gotta, I don't know. You gotta have a comparison. Like it's not like you can't just drink one single scotch and like unless you really like the flavor of peat.
You
and,
gotta
like,
find
just
the one
fall
Yeah,
in
that
love with
you
it
gotta
right
find
away.
the
I
one
don't
that you
like.
really like. Because
Yeah,
like
you-
I like smoky scotches. I don't like the ones that are like very leathery, like what is it, Buchanan's or like Lagavulin or anything like that. Like I like Glenfiddich and Macallan and shit like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Isn't that what Tony Soprano drinks?
Macallan.
I think I like
Oh,
the
yeah.
other. I like the other way. I like the more like leathery, like peaty,
Smoky,
ones.
like, yeah.
Like Ardbeg was one I really liked. That one's like
Ardbeg
It's
is
such a crime. But like,
Ardbeg is rough,
I
dude.
love
That shit.
one. I like it super bitter and like peaty.
Man, that thing is. Oh, the Ardbeg is so rough.
I love it. Me and my
guys are
buddy
nuts.
just killed a bottle of that in like one night. Just fucking that.
I
that
have
shit's
done that.
awesome.
I had my time with whiskey when I was younger. When I
was in
like,
the Navy trying out whiskeys and scotches.
oh, you were in the Navy?
Yeah,
Oh,
I was in the Navy. I was the guy in the smoke pit with a cigar and a new whiskey every single fucking weekend.
I did not know. I was in-
Diego's gonna say a bunch of shit when I say it, but I used to work at a liquor store and
No way.
see,
Where? Where was that liquor store?
probably was Las Vegas.
Whoa, dude! You lived in Las Vegas?
But yeah,
Holy shit.
like I used to go
Shit,
to like
I
a bunch
never
of
knew.
tastings and like get a bunch of free bottles and shit like that. So I tried so many scotches and whiskeys, and like Irish whiskeys are like some of my favorite whiskeys. I love Irish whiskey.
Yeah. I like American whiskey,
Yeah.
bourbon.
Yeah.
Shit's so fucking good.
I just prefer stuff that tastes good.
I like barley over just corn though. I like the barley flavor over corn.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite whiskeys is either like Basil Hayden or I like the Angel's Envy. Those are really good.
Yeah. Have you had Stranahan's?
I haven't.
It's from Colorado. It's from Denver, or no, it's from Boulder, I think. One of those two. They're the same fucking place. But it's they use 100% barley,
Oh, nice.
so
nice.
it's like no corn or anything. It's not bourbon. It's just whiskey.
Yeah.
Does it
'Cause,
taste better than like a corn, like a sour mash?
It tastes
whiskey?
different, dude. It just
tastes
tastes totally different. Corn is usually really sweet. Bourbon, by definition, it has to be more than 50% corn.
What a perfect time for them to be doing
That is
this.
that was such a great time.
Yeah, the motherfuckers.
Just so
the
you know, it's
apartment.
not bothering either of us.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just they're pointing at my microphone,
Right.
so whenever I talk, they're gonna
Right.
right behind me.
Fix it in post.
Yeah, I'll just
I wish I knew enough Spanish to tell those guys to fuck off.
No, I need them to finish the fuck up and get out of here. Like they've been painting this place for days. I need to give them the finish like quick, on delay.
I don't know if your building's white enough. They might have to do another coat of white.
Dude, they picked the worst fucking color, man.
Dude,
This-
that's
the
what I
color they
said.
picked
I thought
is
it was the
hor-
old color. I was like, oh, the new color looks nice. And Diego was like, it's the
Dude,
white.
yeah,
Yeah, I was
that's
like, oh, that looks like shit.
Yeah, the old color is better. It's like
Yeah.
a darker brown.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
like-
nice and
More modern and
They painted
but
it
they just
white.
paint everything completely straight white, like
white
no,
and gray.
no
Like light
contrasting colors, nothing. Just
There's
white.
only 3 colors you can paint a house or an apartment in Arizona. It's tan, brown, or white, or occasionally like red rock red. But other than that, I think the government will come like stab you in your sleep or something if you
Like, I
painted.
feel like we're literally just transitioning into 1984.
We are.
This
Yeah,
is it.
we are.
Dude.
They're
the
also
buildings are all
installing
turning
cameras.
gray. Everybody was complaining about Phoenix being brown. Just wait.
Well, maybe don't come here then. There's been like 1 million more fucking people in this city in the last like 5 years than there ever have been, and then they're gonna complain
million?
that it's great.
that's
I don't
that's
know.
being generous.
I'm
dude.
pulling numbers out of
It's
my
probably
ass.
way higher than that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, are we talking about people who just moved here who
I
like
think,
are already
yeah.
from America?
People that are tired of living in LA, but 10 years ago Phoenix was too dirty and small for their LA sensibilities, so they didn't want to come here. And now that we have studio apartments for $1,900 at the top of a fucking skyscraper,
Yep.
people want to move here from California.
They can afford it.
They
for
can
now.
afford it. And I realize now that I sound probably like the most like old fogey fud like.
But it's
boomer
real
ass.
though. Like that's a real thing though. It's not like you sound like that, sure, but that was like an old stereotype. Now it's real. Like
Yeah.
Now, yeah, absolutely.
it's like it's no longer an extreme view. It's like actually fucking happening.
keep your California out of my Arizona. You got your
Like you're
peanut butter
starting,
in my
you're,
chocolate.
yeah, you're starting to see the symptoms of it all. Like it's just how it,
It is,
goes. I don't
man.
know.
There's the neighborhood that my parents live in. We moved there when I was probably like 12 or so. And it was a little bit of a nicer neighborhood than I grew up in, and so it was kind of full of like older people. I don't think I met a single person there that was my age group or like honestly under 50. And now it's like seriously more than 50% younger people within like 25 to 35 age group that are like afford, and the houses now are like 3 times as expensive when my parents bought them. So I don't know how that works. Whatever they're doing for work, I would like to be able to do that, but it's a weird transition because there's a lot more younger people living in nicer areas and people getting pushed out of, oh God, here we go into socioeconomics.
It's yeah, I mean it's weird because like you can make more money in other places.
Yeah.
And then you get a job there and all of a sudden you get a work from home job or a travel job. You keep your pay, but now you're living in Arizona.
Right.
For like rent that was the same,
right.
But now you get a 3-bedroom house with a backyard instead of an apartment.
And that's the thing. If you move out to the burbs, like kind of where we live, honestly, and just everywhere northwest, northeast, everything way far out, that shit drops a lot. You can get way more for way less.
Well, it's going away now. Like it's getting snatched up. It's like really fast.
Right.
It sucks. I'm not in any position to go buy a house.
You and me both, brother.
Yeah, I've lived in this valley, this literally economic valley for so fucking long.
Yeah.
Like it's so cheap to live in Phoenix. Like I had no opportunity to make really good money.
Right.
Like all the wages are low here because it's cheap to live here. So it's like people move in where places are way
Now
more
the wages
expensive
are
and the
low
wages are
Now
up.
the wages
and
are
that's what
low
it's
and it's expensive to live here.
Yeah.
And they're like, what, pay you more? Why the fuck would I do that?
Now sucks.
Well, that's cool, you know. Once they lose all their workforce, they'll figure it out.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah. And this is coming from I don't know about what you do for work, Spencer, but I'm probably the shittiest paid person in the room.
Yeah.
And it definitely nowadays it's to the point where if you're making minimum wage, you're not paying your rent. It's just
Absolutely not.
Bottom line.
Hell no.
You're not paying your rent. Or if you are paying your rent, that's it. You know what I mean? So like,
then you've got like 5 or 6 roommates.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
You're looking at one of them right there.
yeah, man, it's rough.
So we basically got half the band living in one house.
Yep. I mean, I've got my job. I've gotten into an industry that's like a little more techy, so you can like fight for a little higher wage on that end.
Yeah.
But and it's hard to get into that work like without experience.
Right.
You know? Like I even tried to get Fabio a job, and they're like, we can't hire somebody who doesn't have the construction experience. I'm like I'll train him myself.
Yeah.
Have
you seen Fabio? Like he could fucking
like I'll show him everything we can do, and like he'll be able to do it. And they're like, no, we need to hire somebody who's already got experience in the field and who knows how to run jobs. And it's like all those people have jobs already.
Right.
Like you need
experience, right?
You need to teach people because like there's not just audio video text just floating around out there looking for jobs. Like that doesn't happen. You got to train people.
And Fabio has a considerable amount of what I guess you could call it amateur, but it's not amateur. That's kind of a disservice to what his skill level is.
He has an understanding of like signal flow.
Right.
That's a lot. That goes a long way in AV.
And experience playing in a band that plays live. I mean, that's a lot there too.
Yeah, that too. That's like kind of the same category even. Right. That this is the input. Goes in through here. Here's the source. You have to go through this part, and then it splits here and goes there and there for these reasons. Like he understands all that.
Right.
That's way more than a couple of the guys I already work with. It's like motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, it's just I don't know. I would have loved to have Fabio on the team, but it's just hard, man.
Good
like
team member.
Until they tell me, like, we're hiring for lower guys to help train them up. Like until they make that decision, like I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. Like I don't know anybody who does what I do.
Right.
Not a single fucking person, dude. So like I don't know who they're gonna find. Just somebody who's fed up with their company. They can come work for us. Like
but they need to have experience.
yeah, so dumb. It's okay. Enough talking shit about my company.
Oh, I was gonna say
There's people who work with me that listen to this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shit. I was gonna talk shit, but I guess I better not.
My CEO actually, I told him I was recording a podcast one day. He's like, "Oh, that's really cool. See, I talk to my employees and I almost never know what they're doing. And it's so cool to see how many people have different interests and like, you know, and like he was trying to make like relate
Yeah.
in a way. And it's
you're
like, this
like-
is like word salad, dude. This
It's like
is
talking to the Monopoly man.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah, it's like you don't know what I'm.
like
my
we're
life is
on we're on totally different levels, man. Like, yeah, we're both human. We both eat food. Like,
No, I
know,
think
like-
rich people actually get it in pill form. It's just
Yeah.
a gray pill, and they're like, "This is like 3,000 calories. Take this."
he's a super nice guy. He's
called
just
Ozempic.
he's just nowhere near like my lifestyle.
Yeah,
Like,
no, of course not.
No
he's
way.
a fucking business. He's a
Like-
CEO of a business. He's
of like
not,
a
you know,
multi-million-dollar company. Yeah.
There's a disconnect.
yeah, I can talk to him about anything, sure, but he's always like, you know, over here,
Yeah.
like doing something else in his mind. But
That's why, especially in my job, when like our entry level workers are the difference between what they get paid and even what a general manager gets paid is huge. So whenever like a CEO or the owner of the company comes and tells our managers to tell us to do something, they always, I don't give them trouble, but I also don't listen to them. It's like, you don't know what my job is like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
you gotta weigh the.
right. Like, am I going to get fired for not listening to this? No, then I'm probably not going to do what you tell me to do.
Yeah,
Frankly. And it's not like it's not because I'm spiting you. I'm not like worried about how much money you have. It's just like, there's a lifestyle difference. There's a huge gap between what you do every day and what I do every day.
yeah.
And personally,
The difference is like the personal investment
yeah,
in what's going on the ground level.
right.
Like the guys who are getting paid minimum wage, they do not give a fuck, dude.
No, not at all.
They're gonna get their minimum wage,
Why would they?
however that takes.
If you
like,
want them to
whatever
give
it
a fuck,
takes.
pay them more.
Yeah.
You know, that's just people's like give a fuckness. The amount they give a fuck is directly correlated to how much they're getting paid, I think. And
Yeah, it really sucks.
people don't realize that. Sorry, I felt like that was
It's all right.
it's beer time.
You can't beat Dakota.
You could. Oh, really?
That motherfucker was just burping the whole time throughout his episode.
Hell
Of
yeah.
course.
It's like-
Well, yeah. That's yeah. That
Gotta
makes
go
sense.
piss. Just like just being belligerent, dude.
I gotta go dog. I gotta go
piss.
dump
he's just
wiener.
doing shit on purpose.
Dump
like
wiener, dump dick.
dump the wiener.
I gotta go dump wiener.
I imagine him sitting here talking to you with like the like man pack on his chest with his pipe in it and just like listening and just zzz, and like out comes the weed.
No, but I would have welcomed it.
Damn, that's what. Why didn't we bring some
Yeah.
dank weed? To, hold on.
Yeah, I didn't know what the
Can I
criteria
smoke weed
was
on your
for here.
podcast?
Yeah, sure. I don't care.
Do you want some weed on your podcast?
Yeah, sure.
I didn't know what the criteria was if we
I smoked
could.
with Eric Ellis.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah. I love that guy. by
Yeah,
the way.
we smoked a joint on the podcast. It was
Hell
pretty
yeah.
dope. I rolled it myself. I was like, I gotta smoke weed
Hell
with
yeah.
Eric. I gotta do
smoke.
this, dude. He's the weed
Got
guy.
that wisdom
Yeah.
leaf
And
with
you
the
know
day
what?
tripper
I
himself.
gotta give a shout out to Eric, by the way, because Eric, him and Day Tripper recently. Oh, did you want this?
Obviously,
He and Day Tripper recently released their album and were gracious enough to give us a 45-minute set on their album release show. And we were super grateful for that. Day Tripper is obviously one of the fucking best bands doing it right now, so
Yeah.
it was really awesome to
that was amazing.
get that spot. And and we in turn have put them on our CD release. Unfortunately, we had some trouble securing them 45 minutes, which sucks, but
They're gonna be there though.
they're going to be there.
I saw him on the poster. I'm like,
And we're really
they've been
happy
huge
to have them.
supporters of us, and we're huge supporters of them. We
Fuck
love
yeah.
Day Tripper.
that's the coolest part about like the AZ scene for sure. Everybody's just trying so hard to get someone to break out. Like
Yeah.
somebody go, like
Get there.
Somebody
I don't
do
even care if it's
something
me.
already.
Somebody gets
Somebody
there.
do
some
something
band,
already.
like
Because
fuck, man.
And it makes sense though, because once somebody gets there, not only is that great for them, but then you have a connection. You know,
Yeah.
then you have more networking. It works out for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's gonna try to pull each other up too. Like,
Right.
if
That's
you-
cool
if
as
you
shit.
get out
Like
there.
seeing like Thraw going on tour, like Eternal's
Oh,
about to
yeah.
go on tour. Like
Amaya we just finished up a run with them. They did a tour. We unfortunately had to cut a
we did
little
only
short
like
out
we
of
only
it.
did
but,
3 days, but
it's great to see what they've been doing lately too. I know they just released a music video as well today, I believe.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
And,
those guys sound really good. too.
they-
Yeah,
those guys sound
their new
super
music video
fucking
is
clean.
sick. I
man.
don't know if you listened to it, but it's
I
really
saw
good.
like the teasers they were dropping. I haven't looked at it yet. I saw that it came out today or yesterday.
Yeah,
Was it
today.
today?
Yesterday, I saw.
I think it was today.
Yeah, it was today.
Yeah, I still haven't. I haven't looked at it yet, but I saw the
it's
post
fantastic. The videography is really good. The song is beautiful. They just have it's a lot going for them right now, and that music video is going to get popular definitely.
for it. Yeah, awesome, man. I can't wait to see them.
Yeah.
Fucking, they're gonna be the ones.
They're going to be the
First,
ones. I know it. I
It's
felt it.
they have the right style, the right
Yeah.
the right sound
That's true.
to get popular right now.
Mhm.
Like people aren't into the super heavier, like
Right.
There's
extreme
not a lot
shit
of
right
metalcore
now.
shit going on right
Yeah,
now.
that's what I
either.
mean. Like they're
Yeah.
closer to the metalcore sound. They're heavier for metalcore.
Yeah.
though.
And they've got Brad who does clean vocals.
Yeah,
which
he's
is-
awesome.
He's
awesome.
one of
So
the-
good.
dude. I really admire that guy because I do clean vocals, but not nearly that well. And
That
so
dude's
it's
like fearless.
Yeah, seriously,
Like that guy's awesome.
he is.
Have you seen them do their cover of "Numb" by Linkin Park? That shit is so sick.
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
seen that.
that's a live cover that they do. They usually do it. You ought to catch them next show. They'll do it like second to last or last in their
That
set.
sounds cool.
And it's fantastic. It's one of the best covers I've heard of that, of Linkin Park.
I'll have to listen for it. Maybe I'll ask them the next show they're gonna do it. Just convince them.
I'm pretty sure if you
Let's talk
showed
to
up
him.
at the show and said, "Hey, you guys gonna do Numb?"
I'll just
tonight?"
call it Bradley,
Yeah.
Dakota, and be like, hey guys, fucking. That's one of the cool things about this podcast. And just call you guys up. It's like, hey, fucking, just try to talk to you about the band and,
Right.
and the next show coming up or whatever. Like, that's one of the reasons I do this shit. It's just cool to be close with everybody,
Oh yeah.
like the productions.
I know. We appreciate you having us, man.
Yeah.
Sorry it took us like so long to work this out. Just a lot
It's
going
partially
on.
my fault too. I could
Oh,
I
no,
could have
no.
helped out, and I let the ball drop sometimes. It's been so long since the last episode. There's multiple people I could have hit up to get episodes, but just like I don't know. I things have been really busy at work and shit.
Yeah, sometimes you
I
gotta do a
hear
little
you, man.
hiatus.
And then even when I
feel you.
tried to schedule this, they paint the fucking apartment on the same goddamn day. Like the universe doesn't want me to do it.
They're like, "Oh, you didn't need any quiet today, did you?" Yeah, we got shit to do, you know.
Yeah, too bad. Too fucking bad. It's all right. I'm gonna keep going though. I'll do it. I don't care.
Oh yeah, do it. I mean, that's like a little background noise is not the end of the world. I think.
Yeah, I've had worse.
Oh no.
These cats have knocked shit over. during
Yeah.
podcasts.
Dude, those
and-
cats are the shit. I love those guys.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I'm big. You pretty much don't. If you're a cat, I like you. You don't have to do anything.
Well, that's good.
You
That
can
little
be-
black one needs it. She's a little shit.
Yeah,
That's cool. Cool with me.
I
She's
don't
fucking
care if you're
crazy,
even a
dude.
mean cat. I still like you.
She attacks your feet.
Yeah.
She won't use claws, but it'll be like when you're walking or something. Like, yeah, she'll just grab on and
They're
start
boxers,
biting your
man.
leg.
They're like Mike Tyson.
She bites. That's her main move.
She bites. Yeah.
So Mike Tyson, I guess. Sure.
My
She bit onto your ear real hard. Yeah. Yeah, my mom has a cat that just does not. You cannot handle her. She's like you. Not emotionally, like you literally can't pick her up. She will
Oh.
bite you. She'll scratch you.
These
She
cats,
hates it.
these cats are the opposite. They just go limp when you pick them up. The black one, especially the crazy one, she's
Yeah.
fearless. You pick her up and she just like drops her arms. She
She's
just
like,
starts looking around. Her legs are limp. She's just like totally trusting. No survival instinct. The cat is retarded.
oh well, you know,
But-
she's the baby.
No, she's crazy, dude. She's something else. She's not afraid of anything. It's weird. The
I wouldn't
gray
be
one
either
is
If I was a cat.
gray one's skittish.
Gray one's skittish.
Yeah.
Soft though.
It's like her father, Demon, the dad. He's like this big cat. He's in the
Yeah.
other room, but he's scared of everything,
Really.
fucking everything, dude. And he's like hiding under the bed right now because they're painting the whole building. He's been hiding under the bed for days.
Oh, they're painting the building?
The whole building is getting painted.
Wait, this building?
This one and probably a couple others. They're painting it bright white.
He's being sarcastic.
You think we would have heard that?
Yeah, they're painting it super white. Makes me want to kill myself.
Gotta be white, huh?
Yeah, I want to gouge my eyes out every time I drive into the apartment now.
Couldn't have been a Latino building.
I liked it better, Latino. It was much better when it was brown.
It was much better. Yeah, definitely.
Fuck. I don't know what they're doing, man.
I think the idea, because the last apartments I lived in, I think they did this same shit. They like painted them white.
Yeah, the problem is there's like stonework in
Right.
the roof. It's like dark brown
Right.
on white. It looks like retarded. It looks stupid.
It's
You
supposed
can't.
to make it look clean, but then like it's only clean as long as it's clean. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
it's white, it's gonna be fucking dirty in a year, and then they're gonna
have to come
Wow,
pressure wash it
right.
and scare the fuck out of my cat again.
We got summer coming up, monsoon season. It's gonna get dirty as fuck real quick.
This is gonna be stupid, man.
Wow.
They had to come on my patio and paint the inside because the inside is stucco too. Inside of the wall on the patio is all stucco. I had to move all the that's what I was doing today. That's why it took a while to set up. I was
Jeez.
moving everything back outside because they just finished painting it today.
Yeah, I noticed they had on one of the walls here when we were driving out to go to Circle K.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of the cars covered with plastic because they were painting above them.
Yeah, they're like taping off
And
people's
Justin was
cars. and
like,
shit.
imagine if you just walk out and your car's covered in plastic. Right. Like, what are you supposed to do?
Dude, people have been so mad about this. Like, people have been pissed.
Yeah, I would be pissed too.
They're like unloading paint one day with a trailer, and I saw some guy just walk up to me, like, "Hey, buddy, is that your truck? I gotta go." He's like, "Oh, mad. I gotta move. You gotta move that."
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah. He's like, "Shit sucks for him."
Can't wait for you to finish painting the fucking building.
Yeah. I'm not even parked in one of those spots right now. My covered spot isn't like my truck is off to the side because it's broken right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I gotta repair it, and I didn't want to. I don't know. I don't want it in the way of other people's shit while I'm trying to repair it. But
Fair.
fucking sucks. I gotta repair the CV joint on both sides. You can't just
CV
repair
joint?
one. It's like the
Not like a
CV
British
axle.
resume?
It comes off of the front axle, and there's like kind of like a a universal joint with gears, so it like
If you
can-
start going too
the
Oh, I was
suspension
talking about
works.
start
You
going
know?
too fast, it'll wobble everywhere.
Yeah, well, it's
Wobble.
grinding right now. It's like
Oh,
it's
shit.
broken, dude. Like,
Oh,
on the
shit.
left wheel, it's broken.
not
It's
good.
like it's like.
there's your
you
problem.
Can hear it. I thought it was the brakes at first, but
You
Can't
know
be
what?
s-
It's okay. Speaking of brakes, if it makes you feel any better, I've got a fucked up car too. My truck, the left, like the driver's side front brakes.
yeah,
So I just did like my front brake pads, and the driver's side, the rotor and the pad had like the same grooves in them, but they were extremely. It was like metal to metal, and the rotor. Supposedly, the shop, I don't believe them, but supposedly they changed the rotor probably about 10,000 miles ago. I took it in a shop like a year ago, and the shit was about that thin already, and it was like molded into the size of the brake pad. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They're kind of like
they told you they changed the rotor.
they told me they changed the rotor. I've done my brakes a couple times. I've changed the rotors before by hand.
Yeah, it
There's
sucks.
absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way they changed that rotor unless like. No, there is no way. It was half the thickness of the fresh one on the other side. Like it,
the whole rotor,
yes,
not the pad, just the
just
whole
the
rotor.
rotor. Which those things
Things are supposed to last you like 80,000 miles.
So did they just resurface it
maybe
and like
I thought they
fucking
replaced. No, I thought they replaced
grind it all the way down?
I thought they replaced it, but like it's a whole fucking thing because the real problem's the caliper.
Yeah.
But then it also caused problems in all the other parts of the
Yeah,
brakes.
of course.
I changed the fucking pads myself and I leave it.
It's better if it's just the pads, but
Yeah. I've been into my dad and I have been doing our own work on my truck lately. So like oil and brakes and stuff, we've all been doing it ourselves. So it's really fun actually if you get into doing at least minor stuff.
I don't like it.
Don't like it?
No.
No.
I work on my own Ranger. I fucking hate it, dude.
It's not like there's not like a little bit of a rewarding feeling when you get it all done. And
No, I wish it just would last forever and I wouldn't have to touch it, but you have to do maintenance on it and
Yeah.
like that's not fun to me. I don't know.
No.
I don't like the I don't like mechanics.
You don't like mechanics?
Car, like
Not
automotive
like a grease
mechanics.
monkey?
No, I don't like
Yeah.
it. It is. It's too fucking dirty, dude. I don't like it.
I kind of like
You
that.
get grease everywhere
know.
and fucking.
I kind of like that part when you're like all black. Your hands.
Your
Your
hands.
hands.
Your hands.
Your hands. I gotta look at the camera when your hands are all black from working on a
Yeah.
car,
Color.
and you're just like you're dirty and like you get everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I like doing that stuff.
We don't listen.
No, I like
Let's just cut that part out.
I like cleaner stuff. No, I don't cut this podcast.
Pass me a beer, bud.
Yeah, you're more of an AV guy. I take it.
Not really. I don't even like AV, man. I like talking. You know? I just like to talk. It's fun to. I've actually been wanting to get into stand up because of that.
Yeah.
Like, it's
pretty
fun to
cool.
make jokes and talk, and I
Totally.
feel like that's the best thing that I do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like actually doing the AV thing. I just do that because it pays my rent.
Okay. Yeah, hey, that's valid as fuck.
Pays decent, and it's not a horrible job. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I've
sure you
done
probably got to see
way
some
worse.
Good, sure, you got to like do some like cool shows and like shit like that from doing the AV thing, right?
Then it's not really like live shows and stuff. I did live audio for a little bit, but right now I'm just like installing TVs
Oh,
and
okay.
cameras and microphones in like really high end conference rooms, like
Oh yeah.
fucking downtown Phoenix. I've done a few jobs there,
Nice.
and like I don't know, like you go up to like the 8th floor with all your equipment in the freight elevator, and then you go like install the 2 TVs on the Star Wars looking conference room. Has like 4 cameras in it, and
Like Darth Vader's gonna walk in
yeah,
and choke you to
fucking-
death.
yeah,
and all the
exactly. It's all
speakers in
black.
the- yeah.
And, like you know,
When I used to go into the office, I'm so glad I work from home now. But yeah, when I used to go into the office, I remember that shit. Like everybody in there, like on a fucking Zoom meeting with another office from across the country.
I
and-
build those rooms. That's what I
Yeah.
do. Like the,
Oh, yeah,
the
that's pretty cool.
electronics. Like you go under the table and like there's a whole bunch of shit screwed up under the table. You don't see it, but there's always like some shit at the table that you could plug your laptop into, and it just
Yeah.
automatically switches the screen.
Oh, that's cool.
Like it's all automated and stuff, but it's honestly they're way over designed
Really.
every single time.
Over engineered.
Way over engineered.
Yeah.
Like this is a conference room. Like there's systems where you can literally just plug your laptop into and the TV turns on, do everything from your laptop. All of that equipment, it can go away.
Really.
Like, yeah, dude.
Well, yeah, you
there's-
can do just like screen share stuff now, right?
you
Like,
can just
what?
do it wirelessly. You can
Right.
webcast stuff, but no, we're still pulling wires. We're still connecting. Like,
Well, but it
Well, it's
doesn't
fucking
that,
job
doesn't-
security for you, bro.
I was gonna say, doesn't that kind of ensure you have a
it's-
job?
It's above my pay grade, dude. I don't.
Yeah.
I go to work. I do my hourly work, and I look at the plans, and I'm like,
You want to pay me to do something that doesn't make sense? Fuck it.
yeah, our engineers, they don't like. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to learn like the different equipment though.
Yeah.
I can learn like I've been learning what's possible, and like integrating old systems into new systems like teaches you a lot. And I don't know. I feel like everything should be wireless or Dante. That's my opinion.
Dante.
Yeah, Dante is just all your audio over one cat cable. You can do like a fucking 1,000 channels over a cat cable.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
stupid.
shit.
And if you just have like a Dante, transmitter on one side, a Dante receiver on the other, or like 2 switches, then you can have like an audio interface that plugs into the switch and gets all the data out. Like Dante is the language that goes over a cat cable.
Right.
So it's just the RJ45 connection.
Oh no shit. So it's just Cat 5 cable.
Yeah, it's just the Cat 5 or
what
Cat
the fuck?
6.
I did not know you could
Yeah,
transmit
you just-
that much across
Yeah,
Cat 5.
it's
Well, I mean, I guess I sort of did. I used to work for a contractor for CenturyLink doing their internet, and it was all everything internal was Cat 5 cable.
Yep.
External was different. It's what they call, I think, twisted pair.
Cat
copper.
6.
Cat 6.
Cat 6 is the is what Dante runs on.
Oh,
so
Cat 6 is what-
Cat 6 is
little
like
thicker.
the normal standard for everything now.
Really?
So Dante is like the company that makes the devices that run their language over the Cat 6.
Right.
It's owned by Audinate. That's
Okay.
like the audio company that makes a
Right.
bunch of different devices. But Dante is like the language.
Right.
So I don't know. It makes everything way easier. You don't
Yeah.
have to run a bunch of 16 two cables,
Right.
like 16 gauge cables or like mic lines. You don't have to run any of that shit.
Really?
You just plug your, your audio interface has the mic inputs and like the outputs and everything. Then you just plug in one Cat 6, run it up to front of house, one Cat 6, have all the inputs come out of that thing into your board. You're done. Like,
Wow, that's easy.
yeah, it like one cable does thousands of
everything.
channels. Like,
Wow.
so if you run two cables, one for backup in case one goes down for some reason, that's all you need is run two cables instead of the fucking snake of copper that the old theaters have, like fuck that. Like there's still live venues that do that shit though.
Right.
Like there's, I don't know.
The whole.
Yeah, the big
My dad
ass
has a bunch
fucking,
of those fucking. He has a bunch of snakes in his home studio of just 3/4 inch cables.
Yeah,
like
man.
fucking instrument cables on both ends of this huge snake, and it's like, what do you use that for now? Like
Nothing, dude.
nothing.
Like he could literally just have like a piece on each side of the room,
Right.
and just use one cat cable for all of that. Like
I'm gonna
that's
tell
what
him
it is.
that.
Now. Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
it's
tell
like
him you said that.
those devices though. Like one side is like $1,000
Right.
switch, the other side is like $1,000 switch,
Oh jeez.
and then the cat cable is probably like $20.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can get a reel of
Yeah,
that shit
yeah.
for like.
I have
$100 or whatever.
like 20 of them in my van right now, But yeah, everything could be so simple. Like the technology's caught up, but everyone's stuck in the past. They have their
Right.
templates for sales. They're like, oh, we need to sell conference room B. I'm simplifying it, but like here's this package, here's this package,
Right.
here's this package. Nobody's going back through and going like, oh, this system is old. Let's wipe that package off the board and
Right.
put in 2 boxes instead of 8.
Right.
It's like that's how I feel every time I go to a job. I'm like, this is so old. Like, fuck.
So what are the I need to go to the bathroom rules of this?
Oh, you need to take a break?
I do need to.
Yeah,
go to
we'll
this.
take a break.
All right, cool.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Am I close enough? Okay, hold on. I got to make up for myself from the beginning. Thank you.
It's good. That's
And I
good.
was on time. Look at myself.
on time.
Yeah, I have
Perfect.
a metronome in my ear actually right now. I have my inner monitors in.
Oh, nice.
Nate, and only Nate will get that joke.
Well, that's for you, Nate.
Yeah, that's for you, Nate.
I don't get it.
I don't even get it.
Well, you play bass, so you don't have to get it.
It's a fucking outside joke.
It's a good point.
Anyways. So, how old is Borne of Ash?
That's actually a better Justin question. I
We
think.
started really like in November of 2023, or no, 2022, because we released the first single last year in January. So yeah, the first single got released last year in January. We've been working on the album for like a little over a year, and yeah, we started in like November of 2022. So it's been going a little bit, almost a couple years now.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
and then I think it was conceptualized by Tim and Justin a little bit before.
No, it was all Tim and Nate. Tim and
It was Tim
Nate.
and Nate.
Yeah.
Well, that was before I got invited into it. I'm gonna keep adjusting my mic. It's now an anal retentive thing. Anyways, they started it, and then I think probably about 6 months in, invited me into it, and I think at that point it was just Tim, Justin, and Nate. Tim and Nate had invited Justin, and then we didn't have a drummer for a long time. And then we had a drummer, and then we didn't have a drummer, and now we have a different drummer.
Why is that always?
I think
There's a shortage of drummers in the
There are.
Arizona scene, like for
Yeah.
real.
they can be.
There's like
tough to hold on
all
to.
amazing drummers that are all already in bands, and then if you want to start a band, like good luck finding a fucking drummer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
They're all in one band.
Yeah.
Everyone else is in
Right.
two.
Well, and it's funny you say that because our drummer Javad is actually also in Aphelion Age, which is one of the bands opening our CD release. So he'll be doing double duty that night,
Nice.
which is not
That's
a
not
rare
good for a
occasion.
drummer.
No, but somehow they're always the ones that end up having to do it.
Yeah, I usually see guitar playing twice in a
Yeah,
show.
guitar will have to do that sometimes too. Nate has to do that a lot, actually. I think,
Yeah.
and Tim.
I've seen Nate do it more than anyone else.
Yeah. Well,
personally.
Nate's also he's in Shores of Ithaca. He's in, I think, just us two right now. But he used to be in Apocalypse Ponies. He's constantly been in multiple projects.
Yeah.
So there's never been a time where he like hasn't been pulling double duty, basically.
Yeah. Well, he likes what he does.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
I hope he shit. Oh, I wish that was on camera.
Oh man.
How'd that feel? Is that confusing?
Cat just did a backflip off the top of
Yeah, I
the
wish
fucking
that
cat
was
house.
on camera,
That was
too.
awesome.
Oh man.
Yeah, that one's the
Cats are
idiot,
dumb.
dude. I told you that one's the idiot. That one's the she does that shit like that all the time. The gray one is normal. The black one's always doing something stupid.
Damn, she really fucking beamed it off of that goddamn thing. She like landed on her back. I don't think I've ever seen a cat land on its back until
Yeah,
that.
she's she's done that a lot, dude. She always eats shit. It's funny. She just doesn't stop doing stupid shit. You think she would learn, you know? Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't step on this. It's moving.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay, I definitely do stupid stuff like that too.
Yeah, those things are distracting, man. I waste a lot of time on those kittens.
That's a good time with.
I'm like, fuck, it's been an hour.
I don't think that's a waste.
Just watching them fight. They have like death matches, dude. Like when I was setting up, I kind of like got distracted watching them because they were just going at it, man. Like their fur was all fucked up,
Oh,
and like
gee. Oh,
they
they
were
were-
like body slamming each other.
Oh
and, like,
jeez.
Jeez.
but the downstairs neighbors fucking hate us with these cats.
They're like, what the fuck are those
It's-
people doing up
these-
there?
These things are so loud when they fight. They like slam each other around on the floor.
The gray one's a little bigger too. You know, it's funny. I had a gray cat colored exactly like that when I was a kid, and he was the oldest cat that I've ever had. We found him when I was probably like 10, and he died like 2 years ago. Not even, maybe like a year ago. And I'm
Jeez.
26 now. So
Fucking
man.
he was like
20-year-old
15 or
cat.
16, yeah. And when we found him, he wasn't a baby. He was probably at least a year old.
Yeah.
Could have been more. So he's an old cat, man. And he looked just like this guy. He just had a different face.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we had cats that were super old, just already.
Yeah.
Like my parents had them.
Yeah.
And when I
There's
was a
always
little
one.
kid, they were just already old, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, it was a mother and a kitten. That's what we had.
Ah, yeah.
And, you know, the older one died first. And we just had the kitten, and that one lived longer than the mother did. It was just like, I think that cat lived to be like fucking 17 or 18 years old.
They live a long time
super long
sometimes.
time, you know, but
Yeah.
and then I had another cat when I was getting out of high school. I was about to go into the Navy. I ended up adopting a cat, and I adopted him at like a few weeks. He's a tiny little thing, and I raised him up into about I think he was about a year old, year and a half or something, and he had some like blood clot in his legs, and it like paralyzed him.
Oh, poor guy.
And yeah, and like we didn't have any resources to take care of him, and I was like off in the Navy.
Yeah.
And it was just like, man. And this cat was like one of those ones that would roam around, had like multiple lives, I'm sure. You know, he was
Right,
just
yeah.
always like we wouldn't see him for days at a time. You know, and it's just like, dude, if this cat was paralyzed, like there's
nothing
way.
he can do.
There's no
Oh,
way.
man.
Like
That
there's nothing.
sucks, man.
So yeah, that his name was Dr.
Doctor.
Longcat.
Dr. Von Cat.
Yeah,
Was he a long
He was
cat?
the biggest cat I've ever seen. His
Hell
his tail was fucking
Well,
massive.
he was a doctor at
Like
it.
you couldn't hold him. He was huge.
Yeah.
You know, he
He
was
had
crazy.
a degree in being a long cat.
and he would fight all the other cats in the neighborhood. He would instigate all the fights.
If I was the biggest cat in a neighborhood of cats,
yeah.
I would be fighting everybody.
I've seen cats back down from him, just watching him across the street. Like, fuck, dude, those
of
cats don't want nothing to do with him. He came back home with like a notch in his ear, you know, and like his ear swelled up. Like he's always fighting.
Jeez. Hand me one of
It's
those
funny.
cats. Can you reach one of those cats?
No.
All right.
Yeah. He'd always bring live animals inside.
Oh, they love doing that.
He wouldn't
shit.
kill them first. He'd bring them in
They
live.
love doing that. They're like, here's a live rodent for
Here's
you to
a
deal
dove.
with. Yeah, here's a dove. It's now
Yeah.
flying around your living room. Go,
Yeah, watch it
fuck
go. Meow, meow, meow.
That's why we never did like a dog door for the cats or anything like that. We've always had a glass like back door,
Yeah.
and so we'd always look outside and make sure that they didn't murder some poor animal before we let them in.
Yeah, I've found, he wouldn't like leave him for me.
Yeah,
He didn't care. He was just a killer. Like, he didn't do it for the presentation.
yeah. There's no
it was
there's
just,
no serial killer stigma in cat world. They just are.
It was just fun to
Yeah.
kill shit.
Yeah.
It was just fun.
They just love to kill stuff.
It's like how I like playing Call of Duty.
Yeah,
They just do it in real life with animals. Just fuck 'em
exactly.
up.
You think they get hit markers when they bat at another cat?
I don't know. They probably
It has a little X.
no, they don't.
I think they do.
No, they don't know what hit markers are. They just see red and fucking go. If they're alive, they're like, I won.
I don't know if everybody can hear that, but they're also like
They're
playing
still-
with this little like Planet Orbit toy.
Yeah, the thing they launched off the cat house and fucking.
Yeah, it's now on the floor instead of being on the cat house.
Those things are relentless. They just
So I have a redirect for you, even though this
What's
is
up?
not even close to my show.
I don't care.
I didn't know you were in the Navy. I was
Yeah.
in the Army.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not know you were also a veteran. I was.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, thank you for yours. Do you want to like?
You're welcome.
Yeah. What's the? You know what? It's
That's the
funny you
worst
say that.
response, dude.
When
it's so
you
funny.
have done even a little bit of time in the military, it's always a fun game after you get out to think of the most dickish response for "thank you for your
Right.
service" that you can. And my favorite one lately, people will say, "Oh, thank you for your service," and I'll say, "I did it for the free Applebee's." Because they give you like a free meal
dude.
on Veterans Day.
On Veterans Day,
Yeah.
even Memorial Day too.
I did
It's
it for the chicken
it's
tenders.
2 free meals a year. Memorial
Two.
Day they give
Memorial.
vets
What
free
the
stuff
fuck? That was
too.
the other day, man. I didn't go to Applebee's.
Oh,
Shit,
you missed it.
I missed it. I'm not really. They're gonna revoke my status.
I did it for the free school,
Yeah,
and then I
a
went
good
to
reason.
Crass,
Huh?
and then I went to Crass.
To Crass. Hey, you know what? I University of Phoenix, man. So I'm with you.
Yeah.
I did it. I'm like, what's the best use of my free college? I'm gonna go to the fucking shittiest university in my state online, just to say that I had a degree.
Great.
Well, hey, man, like,
I don't even
why
have
do
a
you think I was
degree.
joining the military in the first place? Because I was good at math. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like what they give you these GI, but I think that's why they incorporated the GI Bill into being a vet, is because they're like, none of these idiots are going to go to school. We'll give it to all the
Yeah.
missile techs and shit too. They'll go to school.
What? How many people don't use it?
I don't
How
know.
How many of those just go blank? Because you only have.
That's a good question.
What is it? 12 years or something like that? You
I
have
didn't know
12
that.
years to use it.
I didn't know
or
that.
else it just fizzles out.
Huh? I thought that was like.
No, there's a time limit, dude.
What
There's
in
a
the
real time
world?
limit.
That
You either
is
have
ridiculous.
to pass it to a dependent or use it.
Oh, that's right.
And when you
hear
pass
about-
it to a dependent, I think it gets like an extension or something, or you can apply for an extension when you do that. But people lose their GI Bill. Like, I don't know if you
That's
can
crazy.
I don't know if you could like write an appeal to like get it back.
Possibly. I mean, I think you can kind of appeal anything.
I mean, anything's
as long as-
possible.
Yeah, with the VA. They'll seriously. I've discovered that anything is possible with the VA, because you can just kind of make shit up. You can be like, "Hey, I'd like to appeal this recommendation that I go to some doctor that I don't need," and they'll be like, "Yeah, you can appeal whatever you want. You can like appeal. You can be like, oh, I want to appeal so that I'm no longer a veteran served by the VA." They probably would take it. They'd probably be like,
I want to
"Sure,
renounce
don't
my
fucking
veteran
care. I'll
status.
just close you."
please."
Yeah.
Like the
Jeez,
dumbest
never
thing
mind.
in the world.
They're just like, bring us all the original copies of your DD-214 and we'll just burn them right in front of you, and then you're good to go.
Thank you.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
That's radical, dude.
So what did you do in the Navy?
I went in as a nuclear electrician.
Oh,
It was
okay.
really dumb of me to do.
Okay. Why,
It sounds smart. It was
pray
not
tell,
smart.
was
dude. It was
nuclear
stupid.
electrician done?
Yeah, I went to a school, nuke school, and
Nuke school?
That's what they call it. That's the
Holy
short
shit.
for nuke school. It's like
God.
nuclear power plant school.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's not like the bombs. It's the power plants.
oh.
So yeah, Shocky, not boom, boom.
I'm sure there's another nuke school that is the bombs.
Yeah, they use civilians for that. They don't use
Really?
Yeah, most of those people are fucking like, you know,
I
like the
guess
people
the-
that build bombs. It's like Lockheed Martin,
Right. Oh,
And
that's true.
yeah, it's not.
yeah,
It's
it's
not
all
military.
civilians. It's all
They
civilians,
buy
bro.
the bombs from civilian
Listen,
companies.
I don't.
Like this is the military doesn't make the bombs.
I
They
didn't have
just
a
make the
fancy
people.
nuclear MOS when I was in, so I don't know things like this.
Man, I've been really into the fucking politics and shit
Yeah.
lately. It's like fucking right on the tip of my brain all the time now. So I've turned into one of those fucking idiots.
One of those fucking idiots.
Yeah, like I have this idea of what world politics is like, and it's probably totally wrong.
Probably. Well, but it's funny
in-
though, because I think any of us, I would say that applies to myself too. But I feel like if I was talking to like a scientist on the subject, I'd be like, this guy's a fucking idiot. What does he
Yeah.
know? He's not down here on the earth with the rest of us.
This guy's compromised.
Yeah, how pretentious is this guy?
Yeah, who's paying you? You know, it's like you have ads on TV or something.
Yeah.
Like, which politician do you know? But Nuke School was super intense. It's known as like one of the hardest schools
Yeah.
in the military or whatever,
No shit.
like academically.
Right.
And dude, you spend like 60 to 80 hours in the schoolhouse. And phones weren't allowed.
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah,
No
no.
electronics at all.
Did
It
they
was all
have a
just
little-
pencils?
The, like box that you put all your phones in before you walk into the room and stuff.
No,
like that?
you literally just left them at home. You left them in your
Jesus.
barracks room.
You did not. Take
You don't
them
bring
with you.
electronics to the building. They
Wow.
won't let you in. Like,
They're like, no.
yeah, it's like right inside.
Crazy.
There's like, the double doors. There's like another set of double doors. And then there's like some poor motherfucker with an electrical wand, like one of those magnetic wands. Yeah, and they wand you down. They're like, you have a phone. You have to say no.
Right.
And like, that's like part of the thing.
Did you
'Cause
ever like?
Then
did
they
you-
can get you for lying. Like, oh, you lied to the watch.
Right.
You do have your phone.
You do have your phone.
Yeah, they have to ask you that 100% of the time you walk in.
Oh,
It's
that's like
shit
part of the
that.
watch's duties.
Yeah.
Did you ever like get to work and go, fuck,
No,
I have my phone on me?
no, not once. No,
Not once.
Hell
It's that
no.
serious.
Yeah,
You
don't do that.
don't even fuck around
No,
like
no,
that.
no.
Oh,
You
God.
go back to your barracks room. If it's in your pocket when you walk up to the building, you're like, fuck.
You're like,
and
fuck,
you just start
you gotta run
sprinting
back.
back.
Yep.
Like,
That sounds
God,
about right.
fucking damn it. Like,
Sounds about right.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Because you'll just get kicked out of school. Like, they'll just kick you right out of school.
So they won't even UCMJ you. They'll just kick you right out.
Yeah, well, it's under the UCMJ. It's
Oh,
not a
that is your
UCMJ
UCMJ.
thing. It's more of a school policy.
Okay.
Like it's more of their program policy.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, you brought electronics in. Well, you're out.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Army was a lot more lenient about that kind of
Well,
stuff.
it's that specific command.
Oh,
it's
that-
not the
oh,
Navy.
okay. It's that
Nuke
command.
school was fucking
Was
dumb.
fucking
dude.
tight. Yeah.
Nuke school was stupid.
Yeah. I never had to endure anything too smart.
I failed out of the first
Fortunately.
6 months.
Ooh.
I went to aviation electrician instead.
That's cool as
It
shit.
was way better.
That's way cool.
I never did my job though.
Yeah,
I
that
got
happens.
stuck in Maryland.
I,
And I was taxiing airplanes and doing inspections and like, changing the tire on the airplane and
God.
like the maintenance
Right.
on
Like
an
like
air crew.
Level 10 like maintenance, like regular
Yeah, just like
tasks.
ground
Yeah.
crew maintenance
Oh,
shit,
God.
That's what I did in Maryland.
I guess that's not the worst job ever.
I didn't get shot at.
That's good.
Yeah.
I did.
That was my goal.
I mean, that seems like a pretty big plus.
I joined the Navy to not get shot at, and
Yeah.
I succeeded. So I hit that marker.
Yeah.
Nobody ever shot at me.
Nobody ever shot at you.
That's good.
Yeah, I will say, fortunately, nobody ever shot at me in a capacity. Okay, let me put it this way: nobody ever directly shot at me with a gun. I did. I was a cavalry scout when I was in the Army, which is a reconnaissance job, and it's kind of infantry, but you don't want to get caught. You don't want to get into contact. Where infantry are looking for contact. You don't want to. We would set up observation posts and watch certain objectives and report back to the commander. And the whole idea is not to get compromised.
Yeah.
But then, I did deploy to Afghanistan, and just 1,000-yard stare. No, and there I did get we got indirect, so shot at kind of, but it was just rockets and mortars basically. But we never got shot at. When I was there, it wasn't like a war zone anymore, really. Well, it was, but it wasn't like popping off.
Yeah, I can imagine there's different levels.
Yeah, where we
sure.
were, it was pretty safe, relative to the rest of it.
When was it? Like what year?
2018.
2018.
Pretty much just the beginning of 2018. Yeah. So
Okay.
we
So it was already like kind
yeah,
of.
it was way after the wind down, and but yeah, whenever I hear people say like, "Oh man, I fucking hate the job I picked," like it was so stupid. Like that's where I'm at too, but for different reasons. I think I didn't get to use any of my brain when I was doing my job. It was mostly my back.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
That's kinda how I felt,
It was
too.
a lot of heavy lifting and a lot of like shooting guns and not a whole lot of thinkity think stuff.
Yeah. Just patrol.
Yeah. Patrol. Hey, go over there. Hey, before that guy gets shot, you gotta get shot. So make sure if that guy's gonna get shot, you better be shot first. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Great.
can do that. Fine.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Officer Doofy reporting. Oh, the cat's trying to get your.
Get your what?
There's nothing up there, kitty.
She's trying to get your mic stand.
Oh, that would be a pain in the ass.
She did. She like jumped up here and tried to grab it.
Fucking idiots, dude. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know a whole lot of other people who are vets in the metal scene here.
I don't either. I know you. I know James Soto.
James Soto.
Yeah, he hangs out with.
Oh, I didn't know he
Dakota
was a vet.
mostly. Yeah, he was in the Marine Corps, dude.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and the man always comes with Jeters. That guy.
I love those, man.
Yeah, he always has baby Jeters on him, and I love them. But
are
I won't
great.
buy them because they're fucking expensive.
They are expensive.
Yeah. But I love them.
They're nice
I'm also
they're nice when you want to get really high.
yeah, I'm a little bit of a lightweight, so I got to be really careful with some of that shit.
Speaking of really high,
What?
you see that?
Oh, that.
My tolerance is all fucked up.
My tolerance is so fucking high, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's like
No pun
those
intended.
Jeters are like, yeah, this is nice. I can smoke a
Right.
whole like the baby Jeter to myself, pretty much.
Right.
Like I'm pretty high by the end, but it's like it doesn't fucking annihilate me or anything.
My tolerance is like if I'm not smoking at all, I'm extremely sensitive to THC. Like I'll take a 5 milligram edible and be like, ugh. So I have to kind of constantly. Oh, that battery's a little fucky. I think I have to kind of constantly stay smoking in order to have a tolerance that's like high enough to hang with other people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like him. Like if I don't smoke all the time, there's no way I'm smoking with this.
Me and my sister, you can fuck right off, dude.
Yeah, dude, no.
Nobody can keep up with me and my sister.
I'm sorry, but
been pretty close.
As fucking much pot as you smoke, Rachel Massey.
She can't outsmoke me.
I don't know, man. She smokes
Me
a lot.
no, me and her smoke the same amount of weed.
Oh, is that
Me
right?
and her will sit there and go bowl for bowl with each other, like no problem.
I used to do that. I don't do that shit anymore.
No,
I just can't afford it.
No, well, I mean, I grow my own, so like it's not a big deal for me.
Hell yeah.
But like no, like we'll sit there and we'll just get high as fuck. Like we'll just smoke bowl after bowl after bowl, and it's weird because like when I smoke by myself, like I don't smoke a ton, but when I'm smoking with other people, I smoke a fuck ton of weed. Like when I smoke by myself, like I'll smoke like a bowl throughout like the day or like a couple bowls throughout the day.
Yeah.
But when I'm smoking with other people, it's a lot, and I still have the tolerance for it. So I don't know.
Yeah. If I had enough money, I would smoke like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah,
I would
that's
just
why.
be
That's why I
like
just.
10 blunts and smoke them in a day.
That's why I just
yeah.
grow my own now, bro. It's like,
Yeah. I
two-
can't do that here. At the
I
apartment.
know. That
It's-
sucks.
it'd
No,
be-
I
it'd
mean,
be
well, I
bad.
used to live in an apartment. I did it in a closet.
I don't know.
I don't
man.
have a closet to do it in.
Oh shit.
I gotta say, walking into Danny's room, that's our the roommate, their cousin Danny, is where we keep the tent.
Yeah.
Walking into that room, it hits you right in the face. It's like, whoa, fuck,
Yeah.
there's weed in here.
Yeah, I had my buddy Kevin. I did the Kevin and Spencer show with for a couple episodes. He was growing in his house, and every time I walked into his room, it's like
Yep.
he had the thing set up in his bathroom. Like he had enough space in his bathroom. It's just set up next to like, off to the side. He's like trying to keep it away from like the rest of the house. He's like, I can't put it in the garage. It's 100 degrees out there.
Yeah,
it's gonna fucking kill it.
Fuck up, it's gonna kill it.
Like I got to keep it inside. Like
It's
that
a
sucks,
it's a
man.
finicky plant. I've discovered.
I'd rather
It
grow
requires
mushrooms.
a lot of humidity.
No, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a weed, bro. Like regardless of what you do with it, it's gonna grow. It's a weed.
Sorry, I'm hearing crunching from over there. So then I shouldn't be spraying Roundup on them all the time.
No, should not do that.
Sorry, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
you're
why
saying-
it tasted so weird when we smoked it.
So you're saying the vitamins I'm pissing out are not good for the plants?
Well,
That's
piss vitamins could
Yeah.
be, it depending on which vitamins are in your piss.
Good, because I've been doing it for a while.
Is it like B12 or B11? Because there's a big difference.
I don't know.
You just drink a big thing of that pH balance shit that you're supposed to put in the soil, and then you piss in the plants.
yeah. It balances everything out.
It's exactly, bro. You got to have that balance. That's the whole point of weed.
Yeah.
I love how as I feel like as I'm slowly growing more intoxicated, this is slowly getting more off the rails.
Oh, it's been off the rails since we started, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know where we started, but I remember thinking like, wow, this is already blown way off topic. I asked about the band, and like 5 minutes later, we were talking about something totally different.
We're like, yeah, Borne of Ash show the 7th. Now that shit's out of the way, you guys want to smoke some weed?
yeah. This is-
Oh,
I don't
shit.
really care, dude. We can talk about whatever. I had a guy come on here and do the whole episode in costume. And
Dude, I
character.
remember
was
you
it?
telling
What?
me about
That was
that.
Captain Sarcasmo.
Yeah, Captain Sarcasmo. Yeah.
He did the whole thing in character. 3.5 hours.
Oh my god!
Did you
The
say he
whole
like
fucking
showed up to your
podcast.
door in costume?
No. He came out of costume, but I was setting up, and he's like, "Hey, can I use your bathroom? I have to change." I was like, "Change? Like into your
Change.
costume?" Because I knew he was Captain Sarcasmo. I was like, "You're gonna change?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get my costume." Like, oh, you're gonna do it as the character. And
You're
he's
gonna
like,
do it.
He's like,
You're gonna do
yeah.
it.
He's like, oh
That's
man,
funny.
have you ever done it for 3 hours in a row? And he's like, nope. All right, like let's go, dude. We fucking did the whole thing in character. It was really cool. I pretended like he was actually in character too. I was playing along the whole
Yeah,
time. I was
that's
trying to
sick.
trip him up too. I was trying to like get a detailed backstory. Like, oh yeah, well how'd you start? Like where'd you get your power then? He's like, I don't know. Like some kid just drew me into reality. He drew me, and I exist now.
I exist now.
And like he had an
Doodle well.
answer for everything I said. It's like, dude, what the fuck?
That's great.
That's a flesh out kick. That's good.
Yeah, he's been doing it for a while, so he has it down. Like he
Down
still
pat.
posts as Captain Sarcasmo on Facebook. Like he still does the posts in character and everything. Like it's pretty cool.
Hell
But yeah, that one was fun. But I've done so many weird episodes. Like I don't
Really?
care if we go off track.
yeah. Oh no, it's fun to me. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Talk about whatever.
when I had Rob on from Thra, I had Rob on.
Love that
And-
man. That man is near and dear to my heart.
Yeah, and he wouldn't say shit about anything about the scene or music.
Really?
Yeah, he just kept changing the subject over and over. Every time I asked about the band, he would like give like a one-word answer and just say something else about like some movie or like I don't fucking know. Like
That sounds like
just-
he's like, this is the one chance I get not to talk about this fucking shit.
Yeah, he's like,
This is not my
Like,
tempo.
just change the subject again.
So
Like,
now we got to do the next half hour just on Thra. We'll just review their album one song at a time.
yeah.
just to make it so that like it's Rob's sitting on pins and needles the whole time. I just want to bother him.
He doesn't care.
I know he doesn't. He doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a shit.
He does
dude.
not give a shit.
He doesn't
I'm
listen
gonna
to this
probably be
show.
like, hey man, I was on Spencer's podcast. He'd be like, oh yeah, cool, that was cool. I did that.
Yeah. He doesn't listen to this shit, dude. If we call him out, he might listen to it. Like, Rob, we talked about you for
Yeah,
a
hey
while,
Rob,
man.
we're gonna send for you, man. This is for Rob. You ain't shit, bro. Now what? Now you got to come on the podcast and respond.
Jesus Christ, starting
Yeah.
beef with Thra.
I'm starting beef with Thra beef.
Great.
Great.
Now you got to write a diss track.
Oh, it's already written.
Oh, I got it, dude. I got
I was
it.
thinking about this before. I have an I love you Rob track and then a Rob diss track.
It just depends on his response.
It depends
to
on
this.
well, it was depending on what I've been waiting to bring this up. It depends on how this conversation went. So I guess it's going diss track.
All right. I'm glad I
question
could
is-
influence you to the dark side.
Am I Eminem or am I Machine Gun Kelly here? Who's getting bodied?
BBL Drizzy.
As long as you're not Drake.
Yeah, no,
long as
that's-
you're not- as long as you're
that's
not
why-
Drake, dude.
I didn't want to say Drake and
BBL
Kendrick Lamar because
Drizzy.
I don't want to be like, who's Drake in this situation?
Nobody. Dude.
Nobody's Drake in this
Nobody's
situation.
Drake in this situation.
Nobody. Thank God. You know what? There was one thing I did not think was going to come up in the course of this podcast today, and that was Drake.
Why not?
I have no idea.
It's like
it
on
was
the
the
top
last
of
thing
the-
on my mind.
Still in the headlines.
I was like,
dude,
yeah, we're
for
going to talk
some
about the
reason.
band.
Bro,
We're going
that's
to talk
like
about other
the
cool
best
shit.
beef in like 20 years, dude.
Yeah. And nobody even died.
Well, but the
And nobody even died.
nobody even
bro.
died.
Nobody got shot. Nobody died.
But I feel
Yeah,
like
this
it
is like
would
the
be a
best
better
beef
beef.
since like Pac and fucking Biggie, bro.
It would be a
Like, for
better
real.
beef if they could both rap. Drake sucks.
Yeah, Drake does suck.
Yeah, but like Pac and Biggie were both fucking amazing.
But Kendrick doesn't
Clash
suck.
of the Titans. Kendrick is just fucking laying waste to this guy.
I know. Yeah.
It's like
It's bad.
it's like would you rather watch a fair fight or would you rather watch somebody get their ass kicked? Like you don't want to see somebody, you want to watch a fair fight. If somebody gets their ass kicked in the course of that, then that's more fun
Bro,
to watch than just
Kendrick's
like a
just putting
beating.
him back in that Degrassi wheelchair, bro.
Aubrey's back in the chair. Watch
Oh,
out.
jeez.
Back in the saddle.
Back in the saddle again. Jeez, man. The poor guy.
Yeah, that
Drake?
poor guy.
Yeah, that poor guy.
I don't know.
He's
I
getting
don't,
shit
I don't
on.
feel very bad for him.
He's,
Dude,
well, as a human
Kendrick
being,
literally
he's
made
been an industry plant since he was a child.
Yeah.
Dude, and Kendrick literally made a beat and just told everybody to like go fucking make their own diss track for fucking Drake. And like, there's so many SoundCloud rappers
Yeah,
just shitting
like,
all over Drake.
That guy.
That was genius.
He has to be on suicide watch by now.
Oh yeah. They had to
Unless
move him
it-
down
he's-
from the penthouse to the first floor so he didn't jump off the balcony.
Yeah, how strong is this guy's ego?
Oh fuck. Oh fuck that guy. 21. Can you do something for me?
Or there's worse things happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
There's
definitely
worse
worse
things
things
happening. How
happening.
deep do you
Yeah.
want this to get?
I mean, he still lives in America. There's worse places to be, you know. So anybody in America is better off than
Yeah.
anybody in Gaza. So
Yeah,
you can't
that's true.
can't feel too bad for him.
That's what I call the bathroom at my house. Is the Gaza Strip. There's
Bomb
like
that
5
shit.
dudes constantly just bombing that shit.
Multiple times. a
Yeah,
day.
multiple times a day,
Multiple.
and nobody has escaped yet. So
Thank God it isn't 2020 anymore, bro, because the amount of toilet paper we go through, fuck.
okay, Jimmy Walmer. Americans use toilet paper at 4 times the rate of any other country. That was a really deep cut South Park reference. So if anybody gets that,
Dude, I just watched South Park before you guys were
Really?
walking it. Yeah, as I was
Yeah.
setting up, I was watching South Park. I watched the new Ozempic one.
oh, the end of obesity.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
just
I wanna
put
watch that.
him on
funny, dude.
Lizzo. I my subscription to Lizzo.
The first half of that
didn't
episode
see
was
it.
the first half of that episode was fucking hilarious.
Did
and
you-
then, then
dude.
the wind down at the end is kind of it got kind
Stan's
of
mom, where
yeah.
she's like, "I'm
The
on
first half
Lizzo.
was-
I don't give a shit."
like 90% of patients report not giving a shit after using Ozempic.
If you experience suicidal thoughts when using Lizzo or when listening to Lizzo,
Yeah, that was pretty
That
good.
seems like a late reaction to that whole thing. I feel like usually South Park's on it within like a week. You know what I mean? It seems like a weird like. You know, does that make sense?
Well, they probably have like a list of things that they can write
Yeah.
episodes about,
Right.
and they keep the more relevant, like the more punchy ones, like out like more immediately,
Right.
And then like they'll save
they got
other
some
ones.
backlogs.
Oh, I got, and I
For-
guess those specials are definitely going to take longer to
Yeah.
make than a
Yeah,
regular.
the specials
episode,
are a
so
little
yeah.
different.
Yeah, dude, they had like $1 billion contract to release like a bunch of new seasons and like
$1 billion.
14 made for TV movies.
You think they've made over $1 billion off of just the
They made
last
$1 billion
20 years of South Park? Or
Dude, they
so?
made $1 billion
25.
on one contract like a few years ago.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, those guys are making it, dude.
Yeah,
no,
dude.
no
They
shit.
fucking did
That and they have Team America, and they had the first South Park movie too, and then
Yeah.
I'm sure got their hands a bunch
basketball, fucking.
of Okay,
Dude,
listen,
dude,
Matt,
basketball.
Matt and
fucks.
Trey are not making their fortune off basketball.
I know
I'm
they're
just
not
saying.
making their fortune off basketball, but that's a funny ass
That
movie
is-
too.
Yeah, it's a good one. That is a good one. I don't think I've seen that all the way through. I've only seen clips.
Maybe you should.
I was
Maybe we
watching a
should.
little bit of the episode about the Prime energy drink or whatever.
Oh, dude,
one
I
of the-
got cred,
I got
bitch.
And one of the lines was this lady in the government was saying like, oh, what kind of assholes would market shit knowing like market adult shit knowing children would use it anyways.
Dude,
Like,
that whole
talking shit about themselves,
episode,
pretty much.
that whole episode was just fan service for that one girl who's absolutely obsessed with Randy Marsh. Have you seen that shit?
No,
There's like a chick who's like obsessed with Randy Marsh and like has Randy Marsh plushies and like everything in her house, Randy
really?
Marsh. And she like dressed up as Randy Marsh dressing up as Lord. And like
jeez.
Lord,
and I'm pretty sure that episode was just fan service for her because he's just sitting there with his porn cred all over his dick, bro. Started his own OnlyFans.
yeah.
Fucking cred.
The OnlyFans, they're like fucking. She walks in and it's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
And she's like, I'm gonna start my own OnlyFans. And walks back with like a bunch of bags full of shit. And he's like, I only have 18 subscribers.
Yeah, that shit's funny.
Shit is funny.
South Park is I don't know, they're like hit or miss nowadays though. There was like a good while where they were just hitting every single episode.
Right.
But now it's like, I don't know, every couple episodes they have a good one. Sometimes
Yeah.
I watch it and I'm
Dude,
just kind of like not
I
Did you
haven't
see
watched it
did you see the
regularly in a
pajama
while.
day one, bro?
Don't,
Okay, yeah, I'm not doing
You
it.
can't quote
I
that on
can't.
this
I can't.
podcast.
I can't quote it on here,
No.
but you need to watch. You need to watch the pajama day episode. That's all I'm gonna say.
I got a feeling that might come up.
You need to watch pajama day. That's
And I
all
was
I'm
like,
gonna say
if he
about
starts
that.
talking about pajama day, I'm gonna have to be like, you need to stop now.
Yeah,
but-
they have a little more fuck you money than I do.
If you haven't seen the South Park Pajama Day episode, that's
Go
that's
watch it.
quality. Go watch it. It's
it.
good.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Is it just one of the season episodes or
Yeah,
is
it's
it
just one of the
specials?
Yeah, it's just a
Episodes.
regular episode. It's just really funny.
I'll check it out.
Man, these cats are. I love little kittens. Come here.
Yeah, they're super friendly. They grew up around people. They were like born here. So this is all they know.
That's
This is their
cool.
world. I let them walk outside, but we're on the 3rd story, so they don't go very far.
She like whacked the ball and then got freaked out by it. Like,
Yeah, that one, she's crazy. She like does 360s. She'll jump and
yeah.
like fucking flip out in the air.
Well, she's got knee pads on the back of her knees, but see,
Yeah, she's
she's got
got
little knee
this.
pads.
Those
She's fucking
cheese
skater,
spots.
dude.
the
She
bad
has
thing
2
is
dots on her nose.
She does. She's got 2 dots.
Looks
I
like
love
a
that.
pig. She's got like a pig nose.
the bad thing is you got 2 people here and I gotta piss this time.
Oh, dude.
Let him go
That's
piss.
fine.
We can just
go
chop
ahead.
it up while he goes and piss.
yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, I mean, if you want to keep going, or if you want to pause it, whatever. It's your show, man.
It's your show.
It's my show.
It's not the DA.
Yeah,
you
just
sure?
so you know,
not-
this is your show, not my.
This is your
I have
guys'
nothing to
show.
do.
This is your show.
Oh, this is my show.
Episode 46.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to Things Beyond Sound, episode 46. I'm your normal host, Diego Hoyos.
New host.
No, I've been hosting it. This is my show.
It's your show today.
Yeah, we. I know. I'm just being silly.
Unfortunately, it's my show as soon as we hit stop recording. Then it becomes my show again.
Okay, this is my limited time for this to be my show.
Pretty much, dude.
It's your show when you hit record.
That's how I treat it.
it's-
As soon as I hit record, it's like you guys' show now.
It's not my show. I would want this to be my show, but alas, it is not.
This ain't shit, dude. This is just
This is the first podcast I've ever done. I'm enjoying it.
yeah. It's fun to just bullshit and talk,
Yeah.
but I don't do anything like in in the show. You know, I don't have like a fucking.
You ask
know,
like leading questions.
a little bit.
Yeah, definitely you do. Like if the I mean,
It's
if
just
the
to
conversation
satisfy.
starts trailing off, you perk it up with another question.
It's mostly for my own curiosity. If we were just out in the backyard, like at one of those glass tables with a bong and like a bottle of fucking whatever,
Yeah, I'm listening.
you know, like I'd be doing the same thing. I'd be asking the
Fair.
same questions. Like,
Fair.
you know,
See,
I'd ask like, oh, you know
perfect.
what's going on with Borne of Ash? Like, what are you guys doing? And then you'd like roll your eyes and be like, all right, let's fucking say it again. Like,
No, are you kidding? I love talking about Borne of Ash. I'm talking about
just
Borne of Ash
joking.
all day.
Yeah, it's like I know. I talk about my podcast at work all the time, and I see people like, oh shit, this guy doesn't want to hear about it. Like I've already talked about
But
it
I'm
too
already
much
talking-
with
yeah.
this guy.
That's how. Yeah, I'm really self-conscious because I always talk about my band and the army.
Yeah.
People and like I bring it up to the point where even I'm like, oh god, shut up! Like stop talking about the fucking military. Stop talking about your fucking CD release. Here's the thing: the CD release, I don't give myself shit for talking about that because I need to promote it, and it's good if everybody knows and I can't shut up about it, then people aren't gonna forget it. The army thing, I need to shut up.
Well, it depends. Like, can you make it funny?
Oh, I could make it totally funny.
All right, then you're good. Just make it creative. You're fine. You know?
Okay.
It's like if you're a broken record and you're just like, oh, when I was in the army. If that's
A little,
if
yeah.
you start it every
it's
single
always
time
an
like that,
interesting
like,
story. I never trail it
Yeah.
off into something boring.
but
It
you got to
just-
be creative though.
I just
so
hate
people don't
sounding
get
like
bored.
a broken record. Yeah,
That's what I mean.
think I
Just
am.
don't use the same
I think
lines.
I am.
Yeah, you're good.
I don't use
Fine.
the same lines.
Well, I mean,
Do I?
like
Oh,
you have
God.
this.
You're getting me to. I'm psychoanalyzing now.
Well, it's important. It's important that you think of these things. So that
I
you're
think
not,
about these things 24/7.
so that you're not obnoxious
I
in
just-
conversations.
Are you trying to tell me something right now?
No,
You're trying to tell me I'm being obnoxious.
no. Actually, I learned you were in the army today, so I probably just don't hang out with you enough.
That's true.
You would have told me before.
You're goddamn right.
Yeah, I say
Every new
mention the
person I
Navy
meet,
all
I'm
the
like, hey,
time.
I don't know if you know this, but
I don't know if you know this.
but Justin lived in Las Vegas and worked at a liquor store. I don't know
Oh,
if you
really?
know that. Yeah,
That's
He did.
crazy.
he did.
That's crazy. Was
Yeah.
it near the strip?
It was off the strip.
What strip?
How far though? Like where in Vegas? Was it like way?
It was pretty
Vegas.
far off
Who
the
lives in
strip.
Vegas?
I used to avoid the strip when I lived out there. I fucking hate that
I
place.
can't imagine, dude.
Fucking hate that place so
If
much.
you live, if I lived out there, I would never go there. I would
I used, to
never
go to,
the
I used to
strip.
go to Fremont Street all the time.
Hell yeah,
but
that's way better.
Yeah,
I love Fremont.
yeah.
We're trying to make a family tradition to go there every Thanksgiving.
Oh, nice.
Just fuck around the Vegas every Thanksgiving. It's better to go there during the holiday. So
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's kind of like busy, but not like
It's not
like fucking
tourist
New
busy.
Year's busy.
Right.
Dude, New Year's is fucking
Yeah,
crazy
no
down
thanks.
there.
I would never go
Yeah,
to New Year's.
New Year's is fucking crazy down there.
No.
Like they literally shut down all of Las Vegas Boulevard for all traffic because there's so many people that they like fill the streets. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's dumb. Like I would never do that. I went there right after the F1 races.
Ooh,
And
God.
it sucked really bad.
Really?
Because they still had a bunch of the track pieces like set up. Like there was like elevated pieces of the track, or like they elevated traffic.
What the fuck?
They had like bridges over the normal roads because they were using those roads as like the race
yeah.
track. You know, like it was, dude. They fucked up the whole
It's
area
crazy. It's
for that one
crazy.
race, and
Yeah.
everyone hated it, and they canceled the second race. Like because that one guy hit a fucking drain cover that popped up. Like they didn't even
Oh,
prepare
dude, I saw
the
that
road
too.
right.
Yeah.
They shut down the whole race because they deemed that the roads probably weren't prepared correctly, and
Yeah, one of
It
the
got all
drivers did a
fucked up.
pothole cover and it like flipped up and fucking like
it fucked up
shit.
the car. It
Oh,
fucking broke his
God.
car. He couldn't race after that.
God, at least it didn't break him.
Yeah, exactly, dude. They're going so fast.
You
like-
said that's F1?
Yeah, that was an F1 race that came through, and there's a bunch of dudes speaking like German.
Yeah, I
you
was
know,
going to
walking
say,
around.
I thought they
When I
only
was
did
there.
that like in Europe.
Yeah, and then they did it in Vegas, and they signed like a 10-year contract
Oh, shit.
to do it once a
So
year.
they're going to be racing around the What do they call that shit? The sphere.
Yeah, pretty much. They go right by the
U2's gonna be
sphere.
playing on the sphere. And
No,
then
they
this
do.
F1
They go right by the sphere, and that's part of this picture. You can look up the pictures. They have like the yellow smiley face that looks
Yeah.
at the cars go by. Like, yeah, it was like one of those things.
The sphere. Dude, why
that
of all
sphere is
bands?
cool as fuck.
You know, I
actually.
know I'm probably gonna piss off some of the like old school pop fans who are listening to this, whoever that might be. But of all bands to put at a big fucking sphere,
Who Diego?
probably Dakota. I'm thinking about Dakota right now because every time I voice an opinion, somehow Dakota has the complete opposite and then just shits on me on Facebook for like 10 days.
Because you have
But
shitty opinions.
why
sometimes.
the fuck? First of all, okay, we'll get to that. Why U2? Like of all the bands that you could have like a home base for in
can
Las
answer that.
Vegas, it's not even in a. It's an Irish pop band that's not.
I can
that
answer
good.
that.
Why? What's
Globally, they're more popular.
U2 is
yeah,
one
but
of
they're
the,
not. That doesn't mean they're
U2's,
more good.
It
doesn't matter. It
It's
matters.
about it's
it
about
matters
the amount
about
of tickets
ticket
you're gonna
revenue.
sell.
Yeah.
the tickets you're gonna sell to the sphere.
Well, they're gonna sell. I'm about to sound like a retail Karen. They're gonna sell one less ticket because I'm not going.
I would never.
If
go.
it was Foo Fighters or
Fuck
something, I don't know.
Foo Fighters, yeah, but they're not gonna do residency in Vegas.
They could.
Dave Grohl is not gonna do that.
But they could. The
He's
big
gonna be
enough
like,
that they could.
"Hell no,
Well, of course,
dude."
Dave Grohl.
He's gonna be like, "Fuck that."
Okay, all right. Or if we want to stay on brand with the '80s pop thing, rock thing. What the fuck is U2, by the way? What are they? Are they rock? Because then they have fucking songs that don't sound like it.
They're
I'm a
just
huge Bono hater.
generic music.
Yeah.
They're just generic music.
Yeah,
with
like if I
guitars.
picked up a CD at Walmart, and I put it in my CD
you
player,
don't have to. It's already playing at Walmart.
Yeah. it's on the
playing on the
fucking
speakers,
it's on the
dude.
speakers, bro.
I thought you were
Like, it's already
insinuating
there.
by that I could stream it. I was like, well, yes, I don't
No,
have
it's
to pick
on.
up a
You
CD.
go to
No, it's
Walmart
already
and
in
it's
the
already
speakers,
playing.
Where the streets have no name, and you're looking like baby clothes. Yeah,
Yeah, you're like,
yeah. Fuck that. I'm sorry. I'm taking a stand now. Fuck you two.
I don't think anyone's arguing with
We're
you.
starting YouTube beef.
You think Dakota's gonna argue with you?
I don't know. You know what? I think Dakota. No.
I think
Maybe
after he
not.
listens to this, just in spite, he's gonna shit on you.
Here's the thing. That, but also
Just because you mentioned him in this whole process,
you never know who's
he's
got
gonna
some
shit all
sleeper.
over
You dragged him through
Yeah,
this.
you're,
so
you're gonna he's gonna
fuck you
shit
up
all
now.
over you
Shit.
now.
I said, I did it. I did this to myself.
Yeah,
okay.
you did.
I will
You did.
preface this with any heat I get on Facebook from this. I did this to myself. But the only reason I thought of Dakota was A, because of the coleslaw wars.
Well, you like coleslaw, and that's a shitty opinion.
I'll jump in on this right now. There is good coleslaw. in the world.
Yeah. Yes, there is. But
I'm not gonna say I love coleslaw. That's fucking dumb to say that. That's like saying like
It's
I
either
love
you're-
every
It's
steak.
either
Right,
you're
okay,
in
No,
or
fine.
there are
you're
shitty
either
steaks
in-
out there, dude.
You're either in
I will
or
give you
you're
that.
out.
See,
And-
that kind of thinking is why we hate each other in this world. That's why hate exists, because
See,
of that kind of fucking thinking.
And here's the thing: I'll be the first to admit, like, it's not the best food in the world or anything. I think that people misconceive me sometimes as being like the biggest coleslaw fan ever.
I wouldn't miss
It's not-
coleslaw.
I wouldn't miss it, but it's not like I don't
Should've
want to
just-
throw up.
it
when
should've
I
had
eat
some
it.
good
not
coleslaw.
existed.
And if you don't like it, you are actually a lesser person than me. I just
if-
want you to know.
Dude, if you're saying like
Dakota.
I hate all coleslaw, that's chicken nugget energy, dude.
There, thank you.
That's chicken nugget energy.
Chicken
I'll shake
nugget
your hand
energy,
for
dude.
that.
Who doesn't like chicken
If
nuggets?
you're saying I hate all this food, it's chicken nugget pizza.
tell
mac
me,
and cheese
tell me
every
you
time.
don't. Tell me you don't like chicken nuggets.
Sure, they're
Who
fine,
doesn't
but
like
Yeah,
chicken nuggets?
there's some good chicken nuggets out there.
Okay,
There
that's
are
like,
some good
yeah,
chicken
that's like saying
nuggets
who
out
doesn't
there.
like cheese. Like, yeah, everybody's gonna like that.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean that your palate's
go-
somehow refined because you like the fucking same thing that everybody else likes.
I mean,
Try something new.
dude, I do be trying something new.
You like
but
olives?
I do like olives.
So a lot of people fucking hate it. What if I told you fuck you because you like olives?
well, then fuck you because you like coleslaw, bro.
Hey, bro.
Damn, he got you there.
all I'm saying is I think that people who are like fuck this entire food are missing out on good food.
No, I agree.
There is good coleslaw.
I'm with you, man.
You put that shit on a pulled pork sandwich?
No.
Come on, dude.
If it's
never.
spicy with
I'm
vinegar,
not talking to you.
spicy
On
vinegar
the sam-
coleslaw.
Spicy vinegar coleslaw like the fucking like Nashville
On the
coleslaw.
sandwich,
Yeah,
bro.
the-
Fuck off,
Dude,
bro.
With extra. Oh, come on.
You never had spicy vinegar coleslaw.
Okay, you know what? Because you're related to Scott, I'm not listening to you. I literally have witnessed your brother eat oysters out of the can, smoked oysters
Yeah,
out
that's
of the can.
fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
That shit actually sounds good.
That is no.
I would love that.
You know
Dude,
what? If it was a
my-
raw oyster, yeah, but they're like mushy and gritty because they're fucking cooked
know.
already.
They've been in a can.
Yeah, dude, smoked oysters. Yeah, I'll eat them.
Dude,
I love that shit.
man.
I'm not about that life.
Raw oysters? No, I'm good on raw
What?
oysters. I don't like raw
Oh,
ones.
dude, those are the ones I like.
The,
A raw
the
oyster
ones
with,
out
like,
of the
some-
shell, like
Yeah.
I had one recently. I keep trying them, dude. Every time I get an opportunity, I'm like, all right, let me
It's-
try one. And then I'm like, nope, dude.
I can see
still
why
don't
you
get
wouldn't
it,
like
dude.
it.
I
Tim
still
even
don't
likes
get
those
it.
fucking oysters.
Oh fuck, man, that shit is nasty
Dude,
out of the can.
The
I can
smoked
agree
ones
with
are-
you
they just
100%
taste-
on
I don't know,
that.
something about them. They taste good. I don't know, the oil or the,
they're just
the
mushy
fucking
though.
sea wa- I don't know.
They're just like if it was the texture, if it was like a nice chewy texture like an oyster, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But it's mush.
I like clams better. Clams are better. They're less mushy.
me too, brother.
They're less mushy.
This is
They're
gonna
less
be a
mushy.
hot take, but I just like don't like seafood in general.
I think that's not.
I like
that's
I like
normal.
shrimp and crab. Like I just don't like fish and like any really generally any other seafood.
You don't eat salmon?
No,
You don't like salmon?
Salmon is the shit.
I don't like fish.
I could live
top
off
tier,
of salmon.
dude.
Top tier. That's an S tier fish.
That's why it's still in the 5-star sushi restaurants. You always find salmon.
I always get salmon
like black
nigiri.
pepper.
Every
Shit's
time I
everywhere.
ever go out to sushi, you got to get a salmon nigiri. It's
Yeah.
like a must. They're fucking delicious. And if they come with a little lemon on top,
So what about catfish? Deep fried catfish.
I just don't like fish in general, man. I don't
Is
like
there any sort of fish that you eat though?
it's the smell, it's like all of it
Tuna?
like I just dude, especially tuna, I don't
Tuna?
like.
Really?
I like tuna.
Tuna's
like
mild.
Tuna out of the can even?
Dude, that especially makes me dude
It's
like
nasty to you?
dude
Maybe it's
like
some
when,
repressed
when
memory.
I
John-
understand that.
like when Danny or like Scott be cooking like fucking macaroni and cheese with some tuna, I'm like, oh dude, turn this off, dude.
Yeah.
Like please, I don't want to smell this.
Dude, I'll eat that shit. Honestly, I don't
Wait,
mind that.
tuna and macaroni
Yeah.
and cheese?
Well,
Like
yeah.
together?
Yeah.
That's fucking disgusting, right?
Well,
No,
it's
don't do
just
that.
you add protein to
I
it,
don't
man.
I don't heat up tuna. That's one thing. Once you heat up tuna, I get it, dude. It
Wait,
doesn't smell
the
good.
What smell is
what about the
horrible.
little like if you get an ahi tuna and it's like seared on the outside?
That's different. If you're talking about out of a can,
heat it up.
like that can, like it's got to be with like cold mayo on a sandwich or crackers or something like that. Like
Well, yeah,
I don't
mean,
I don't
last
heat
one.
up that canned tuna.
I will
stuff,
give you
man.
that.
It just smells weird when you heat it up.
By the way,
Is that the last one?
You can delete this if you don't want it in here. Or you might have to pay for it. Things Beyond Sound, not sponsored by Miller Lite, but
I'm not sponsored by shit.
you know, we're not sponsored by shit, but we are drinking Miller Lite, a fine pilsner. Release the Beast, Miller Lite.
Is Borne of Ash sponsored?
That's their
by
no,
Miller Lite.
no. I just felt like
Are you
doing
looking for a
plug.
sponsorship or something? Like you fishing for one?
Hey Miller, pay us. we will drink your beer exclusively on stage if you pay us money.
Out of all my audience members, somebody has to be a Miller rep.
There's somebody that's got some.
Out of all
connection to Miller.
50 listeners, there's
Yeah.
got to be somebody.
Yeah, like I if 60% of your listeners are in your contacts list, then you would know if there's a Miller rep in there, right?
Yeah, it's the other 40%. 60% of the people who listen to this show are already in the bands that have already been on this show. Like,
I get one new follower every time I do one more interview.
Watch next
that's
episode.
pretty
is gonna
much,
be,
dude. That's almost how the rate is. Not even lying.
next episode's going to be welcome to Things Beyond Sound. I'm here with Athelia Miller of the Miller family.
You guys know I have like 100 followers, right? And this is episode 46.
Hey,
Like,
that's
it's
100
two,
more people that
two
we're gonna hear my voice
followers
today
per
anyways.
episode. Like,
That's a good thing, man. 2 followers per episode.
I'm not worried about it.
You just have to
Yeah,
make a
yeah.
million episodes, 2 million followers.
Just all
I told
for
you guys,
fun.
like, I'm just doing this for my own
it's
fun.
just all
Like,
for
this
fun.
is just
bumping a movie. This is going to be a nightmare to edit because I keep adjusting. this mic.
I don't edit much, and these mics are good at that. They don't pick up.
Yeah,
that
it's this
kinda
one.
shit.
Okay,
Good
cool.
thing you didn't
These
have
mics are
this
super
one.
heavy.
This one,
Yeah, good thing you
That
didn't
one,
have
yeah,
this
that
one.
one's a sensitive
that
one.
one's a sensitive mic.
Yeah,
If Diego had this one, you would have been fucked.
yeah. I purposely
He would have been fucked.
gave you those mics. Like, I didn't give Diego that one on purpose.
Wait, is it
You
'cause
talk louder.
I
You
do?
just talk louder. Yeah.
I do?
Way louder.
You know what's funny? My hearing is so damaged at this point, I can't tell.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
It's
That's
probably,
why you
uh,
that's probably
the
why you
source
talk
of
so much
problem.
louder.
I had a teacher in the 7th grade. I remember him saying to me, and he was every time, because I caused a lot of trouble in his class. Every time he would pull me aside,
did.
he'd start by going, and one time he just went, you know, Diego, your voice carries. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, I don't even know what that means. And then like 10 years later, I was like, oh, yeah, it does. You can hear me from across the room.
well, at
There's
least
10
you
people
figured it out at some
between
point,
us.
you know?
Thanks.
Even if you didn't know right then and there, you
Listen,
figured it
man.
out eventually.
I feel like this would be more of a problem if I worked in a fucking bank or something, or a library. I play metal music. I'm supposed to be loud.
Yeah, man. I used to work in schools doing the AV shit, hanging TVs
Oh,
for
really?
classrooms and stuff.
Did you have to wear a blue jumpsuit, or is that just the TV?
Blue jumpsuit. What are you talking about?
I feel like everybody who works in a school that's not a teacher is wearing a blue jumpsuit.
I think you're watching too many movies.
Yeah, dude.
I've been watching
I don't-
SVU for like 2 weeks right now. I think
Oh,
that's where,
yeah, dude.
I think
That's
that's where I'm
it.
getting
Yeah,
at,
all the school
probably.
janitors wear a blue jumpsuit. Yeah, that's right.
I don't know
remember.
nothing about any of that. And then they slip him a $20 bill and he knows everything. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, actually, so I'm going to a closet with that teacher. Like, now that you mention it, I did see something a little weird.
That's the quickest episode of Law and Order ever.
Just like, really? He's like, yeah, I got it on tape.
Yeah, I got it on tape and video and audio.
Didn't sound very good to me.
I sketched it. What was that? He's got like fucking police sketches already done for him.
Like, why didn't you turn this in?
I know we were about to go on a different tangent, but can we talk about that Iced fucking T is on that show?
Ice-T, yeah.
Ice-T is in that show. The writer of Cop Killer is the best fucking detective on that show.
Yeah.
He just, I don't know if it's, he can act,
He's
but
into it, man.
he acts like himself. He's like, yeah, put down the gun and let the little girl go. Like, what? That's not, dude, that's not a detective. That's just Ice-T.
But if he was a detective, he'd
He would
probably
act just
be
like that.
good
No,
at
it's
his
perfect.
job.
It's
Like,
perfect.
he'd probably be good at it.
What do you mean?
Like, if he was actually a detective, like, that kind of attitude might actually go a long way.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You know? The gentle hard ass. You know? He's just like, he'll whoop your ass.
He'll whoop your ass, but
He's going to be polite about it.
service with a smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Ice-T. I liked him better in Rick and Morty. He became an
He
Ice-T.
became the Ice-T.
That was good.
That shit was funny as fuck.
I was water tea.
I was water tea. I'm iced tea.
They froze me and sent me across the galaxy.
I don't-
stupid shit.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know this, but there was an episode of that show where Rick of the Rick and Morty fame, Rick, he actually turned himself into a pickle. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Rick turned himself into a
Into
pickle.
a pickle.
Oh, yeah.
It was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
I remember that one. That was like the downfall. That was when Rick and Morty started to go downhill.
Yeah, that's a
Everything
Just
before
a
that was
little
perfect.
yeah,
Everything
yeah.
before that was fucking
flawless.
perfect.
And then
that
the
was
pickle
when, like,
episode.
that was when the cracks started to happen.
That was when people started getting on like counters at McDonald's and for like TikToks because of Rick and Morty.
I think that was around the same time, huh?
Yeah, funniest shit I've ever seen.
It's all about the Szechuan sauce.
No, please God, can we not take this in that fucking tangent? That's over
that,
now.
That show's gone,
we don't
man.
have to talk about
Show's
that shit
gone.
anymore.
Unfortunately.
Well, yeah, the dude was he was like a rapist, right? Or something like he got like accused of assault or something. Justin
Yeah.
Roiland, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, some shitty people have really good creative minds.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
Yeah, man. So, just like, I fucking hate Justin. That guy's a shitty dude, but he's such a great bass player. So we just keep him on,
I mean, sometimes you got to make sacrifices. You got to like cut corners, make things work. So Justin, I heard Diego thinks you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, he's right. He's right.
Fucking perfect, man.
Yeah, well, he's not wrong. That's all I can say about
Spot
that.
on.
I am wrong. I love this guy. He's seriously, I do.
I love pieces of shit.
He's an amazing
so
roommate, good bass player. You know, he gives me kisses when I need him. Great guy. One of those
shit.
things was not like the other.
he's like, I don't remember those.
I don't remember those kisses. I'm not Tim.
I usually wait to redeem those until you're asleep. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's like, was I
geez.
awake for those?
I'm not Tim. We need to get Tim on this podcast. He would. I'm telling you right now. If I was,
Tim's been on here. I'm pretty sure.
He was on here with Emilio.
Yeah.
oh, he was. That's
Yeah,
right.
it was Tim and Emilio.
Yeah,
they were on
that's right,
together.
That's right.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
pretty
so then I
fun.
need to shut the fuck up. Man. I was gonna.
No, he can come back on. Shit,
He should.
I've had
come
people
back.
on multiple times.
We could definitely do a. We could do a Borne of Ash one of these if you really wanted to. I don't know. That might be a little chaotic though to have 6 people.
With the whole band.
Yeah.
Yeah, too much, dude. Too much.
Dude, just do an overhead camera and let's have like a poker and scotch and cigar night. And
I'd have to have some different equipment, and like I'd have to upgrade a little bit, and figure that out.
Yeah.
Before I do anything like that.
Right.
I am looking into doing
would be
different
sick. That would be
different
sick.
formats and stuff though.
yeah,
I do want to do
that's why
like some
that's
cool
why I
stuff.
mentioned that because you were telling me that.
Yeah, that would be dope to have like a fucking cigar and whiskey show or something.
Yeah. It would.
Like-
we could do that. We could just have like a key member from like each part of the scene. So we could have like Dakota, and we could have one or two of the guys from Borne of Ash, and we could have Eric or somebody from Day Tripper, and we could have like Emilio on here and just do like a round table of metal.
We'll call it the War Room.
the War Room. Yeah.
We'll have cigars.
Right.
We'll
Yeah.
get like some cheap costumes, like pretend we're generals. Like,
And we could go over like the last week's worth of like news in the Arizona metal scene and just react to it.
have like a dark background.
Yeah,
Like everybody's like the camera spins around like that 70s show to each person.
Yeah, to each
like,
person. Everybody's got their own like plug of their fucking band piece of merch sitting in front of them.
That'd be dope, man.
Yeah.
Have a War Room
Yeah,
show.
man, that would get at least 1,000 views.
Yeah, I wanted to do a cooking show with Luis too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we did a couple things with Arcanaut once where
Yeah.
we would cook some stuff, and we've always wanted to turn it into like a show where like we make like Philly cheesesteaks or something.
That'd be
Like
sick, bro.
get like a fucking make the whole band get in on it and talk on the show.
I did not know. Do you have a pretty decent cooking skill? I know Luis can like throw down. How's your cooking skill been?
I can cook meat, but
That's-
I
hey,
don't
man,
really
that's
like
good right
I don't
there.
really
That's more
I
than I
just
can
follow
do.
directions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of
Like,
how I am too.
I don't really
Like,
cook.
I'll look up recipes and I'll just do exactly what it says. and
Exactly.
It comes out all right usually. Yeah.
Good. I don't memorize shit.
This
though.
dude, he got a Traeger
Yeah.
smoker and it's fucking over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
that's cool.
I really like cooking a lot.
Yeah,
I love
He-
cooking.
He's
No,
the
that's
cook for
awesome.
the house, and it really he's a good cook, better than me by far.
yeah,
yeah.
kind of like you guys too. Though, like it's kind of the same thing. Like I'll look at a recipe and I'll read it, but I don't follow it exactly. Like I like do my own thing with it.
I mean, if you do enough and like you
Yeah.
know enough of like the fundamental knowledge, like
Yeah.
you're all right. Like I skip all that. I'm just like, all right, so put in this much of that, this much of that, and
Yeah.
like follow word for word and just go and like, cool, tastes exactly how I thought it would.
See,
Like that's fine with me. Like,
Yeah.
Some people cook and they just like, oh, which ingredients are there? This, and this. Like, oh, I can make this. I can make
Dude, yeah,
this
that-
and like
that's
put this
me.
together.
I don't
and
think that. I think that
That's me.
I don't think
I'm
that's
not
real.
good at that. Like,
See, I feel like I got the idea that happens too from like cooking shows and shit, but I don't think that's real. I think people do that when they're like executive chefs for a kitchen. They have to come up with
well,
recipes.
I've
No,
done
it's
done
real.
shit that tastes bad though. It's
Oh,
like,
oh, yeah.
I'll mix these ingredients and
Right.
I'll mix this together and
Oh,
this
yeah,
together, and then it's
then-
like,
yeah.
this is not worth it.
I mean, there is something to be said about knowing what goes with what.
Yeah,
like
I'm like,
I've made some horrible shit too. Anyways, but there was a specific time. It was when I was younger. I made steaks for friends of my parents, and two things I did not know how to do was
Oh.
cook steak and cook at all. And so
Jesus Christ.
I cooked these steaks, and I decided to use the drippings of the steaks to make like this sauce, but I didn't know what to do. So I put some I made like a roux basically. I put some flour and butter in there because I knew how to do that. And then I was like, how do you spice this up? Oh, you add wine to it. So my parents had a bottle of red wine, and I just dumped a bunch of red wine in there, but I didn't like cook it off. So it was just these steaks covered in this like alcoholic red wine like roux. It was fucking disgusting. But they had to be polite to me because I was like their friend's kid.
How old were you?
An embarrassing double digits.
No, like how old are you though? Like, because
Double digits is anywhere from 10 to 20. So, I mean, it could be.
Actually, it's actually is anywhere from 10 to 99 if you want to be real.
You're right. You're right.
If you're into math.
If you're into math, yeah.
I must have been probably 14, 13 or 14, maybe 15.
that's pretty young, dude. That's pretty young.
I don't know. I mean,
you
it's
didn't cook
past
a
the
lot?
point of making potions in my kitchen and shit.
I cooked less at 13, dude. I cooked eggs. I seasoned it. I put
My dad's 60.
salt
eggs, you know
and
what I
black
mean? So
pepper
it's
on a
put
steak,
salt
and then
and
I just
pepper.
put it on
Yeah.
a grill at high heat. That's what I knew how to do.
You just take it out
Until it was
before it's
done.
black and you're good.
I do the same thing today. Like,
Yeah.
it's like I don't, dude. If I tried to cook like a roux and like have some sort of fucking sauce with the steak, I would have done the same fucked up shit. I'd do that today, dude.
Dude, as soon as you said you were just like, I saw a bottle of red wine, I was like, oh, no.
I wouldn't put
Yeah,
wine.
yeah.
I probably wouldn't put wine in food though. Like,
Well, so
No, you can make
I
wine.
wouldn't because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
well, you could like so
You can make
know-
like wine sauces and shit like that, but you got to cook all the alcohol out first.
Yeah.
I know how to do a pretty good wine sauce with white wine where you like what I do is like cook a steak with some mushrooms and maybe some peppers in there. Take everything out, and then you throw your veggies back in. You put a little bit of butter, and then you
You got to
can
deglaze that fucker.
put wine in there, and it'll take all the sediment from the bottom of the pan and kind of bring it up into the wine. And you just kind of mix it up, and as long as you cook it long enough that the alcohol cooks off, and you can kind of start to smell. It doesn't smell like alcohol anymore. It'll just start to smell good. That's it. I mean, it's really not. The only complicated thing about it is knowing what it goes with. But like the thing about white wine is it's relatively innocuous. I would say you could make a wine sauce with white wine and just wing it a lot easier than you can do it with red wine. Red wine, it's like very specific things that you have to make.
Okay. Yeah, that's way over my head.
Honestly, yeah, it's
I don't ever have white wine.
no.
No.
Well, I mean, it doesn't. The nice thing about cooking with it is like it doesn't need to be good wine. You could buy a $5 bottle of Barefoot and probably be okay as long as it's not too sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they sell cooking wine too. That's like fortified with salt and shit. But I don't know. I know a lot of stuff about cooking, but I don't cook very much at all. So I don't. If you don't have the practice in, you're not going to be able to pull the stuff off that you think you can. You know what I mean?
I'm just super basic.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, oh, we'll have steak tonight. All right. Bake a potato.
That's a fucking good way to go.
That's a good meal,
Making a
though.
potato
1
and a
hour in
steak
the
is
oven.
Great, right there.
Done.
Yeah, that's a good meal still.
You know, awesome. You know, or
Nothing
like
wrong with
a fucking, chicken.
Yeah,
Easy.
chicken's easy.
Get a marinade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put that
Can't go
shit in
wrong.
there and then take it
Can't-
out and you
Can't go wrong,
You're
dude.
good. I think actually steak's a little easier though because if you undercook
Steak's-
the steak, you can just fucking eat it.
Steak's super easy. Yeah, I'll eat it anyways.
right.
so
If it's a
whatever.
little rare inside, you're just like, oh,
Well,
whatever.
I like my steaks medium rare anyway, so
yeah,
Sometimes if it's too rare, I'll just cut it into slices and just throw it back on the pan.
Yeah.
Because I have a cast iron pan, so
Ooh,
it's already it's still hot.
right.
Like if I cut it into it and I'm like sitting
Yeah.
down to eat,
It's gonna stay
and I
hot
like
for
cut it
fucking
in
20
like,
minutes after that.
oh shit, this isn't done enough. I'll go back over to the pan and just throw it right back on. It sizzles still. Like nice. But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
man, steak's the easiest.
Steak is not.
I've been
not
doing
hard.
kebabs on the grill
hell
downstairs
Hell yeah.
out in the apartment. So I found these skewers at my grandparents' house. They're like metal skewers. You just put a bunch of meat on it. Just throw it down
some
on the
meat
grill.
and veggies.
meat and
Hell
veg.
yeah.
Yeah, we skipped the veggies.
Damn.
Mars is allergic to almost everything that grows.
Oh wow.
We just skip those usually.
I'm gonna run off for a wee.
Yeah, go for it. We'll take a break. I gotta go too.
For sure.
All right, we're back again.
Yeah.
Yep.
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 Once again.
Once again.
Well, so as far as Borne of Ash goes,
Yeah.
you guys are doing this album release. Do you have anything else planned beyond that?
Not right now. Probably get some shows booked and stuff like that, but
Just kind of play the album.
I know the next album is already getting worked on, where Tim's writing most of that and getting all that ready, and
That's good.
probably have
Nice.
that out a lot later. But
Are you guys practicing the new stuff already?
no.
No.
So we have songs that we haven't had in our regular set list rotation off of the first album that we're going to play because we're playing the whole first album live on the 7th. But for the most part, and we haven't started with any of the Dark Souls 2 album yet, the plan is to have an album to represent each game and hopefully in chronological order. So 2's next, and then obviously, if all goes to plan, a Bloodborne, a Dark Souls 3, an Elden Ring
Yeah,
one, a Sekiro
that'd be
one.
cool.
Yeah.
That's the plan. But as far as right now, we're mostly just looking to the CD release coming up and to nailing down a few more shows for that and working on the second album.
Nice. Are you guys worried about getting any sort of letter from the developer?
No, because
Dark
everything
Souls?
is everything is like our own music. Like, I mean, nothing is really like copyright infringement. It's like all lore based off of that, but nothing is like actually like stolen from it or anything.
Do you use any other names and stuff in the lyrics?
Yeah, we do.
Some
but,
of that, yeah.
It should fall under fair use, considering it's more of a tribute to the
Yeah.
franchise itself rather than explaining actual lore. I'm not worried. Typically with tribute stuff, you're given a little more leeway than typical, just because we're not trying to fool anybody or add on or
Claim
like
you're part
claim
of
that we're part of
their
like, the
work.
official Dark Souls work. We're just
Yeah.
writing music to kind of
Okay.
pay homage to a series we really love.
Yeah, that's cool though. I like the attitude though. Ever since I've played those games,
Yeah,
I've always liked the look, like the darkness of it.
Right.
It's like
Yeah.
a game is already metal itself.
it is. It is. Yeah, that's the nice part about it too, is we just have to write about what the lore is about,
Yeah.
and it's metal in itself.
Yeah, it's already there.
So it's already there.
Yeah, that's really cool though. Like I always run around with a fucking giant greatsword.
Yeah.
It's always
Oh,
my
yeah.
first
That's what I
build.
do. Big
every
bonk.
single time. The
Yep.
biggest sword I can carry. Like, what do I need? 50 strength?
50
All right.
strength. All right. Start putting into strength.
Every single level's going into strength until I can carry that goddamn sword. Like, I would use this Vihander with one hand.
Yeah.
Just
With
it's
one
the best
hand.
combo, dude.
You gotta have the strength.
That
so
was
that
the
you can use
50
it for
strength
one hand.
requirement. You have to have like double the strength to carry it in one hand
Yeah.
or some shit like that.
Yeah, you do.
that was
You have
sweet.
to have double the strength.
Yeah, I tried to beat the whole game with that build. It was so hard.
It's tough. You know what though? Actually, if you get a good strength build, it's I would say easier than doing it as something like a dex build or like quality or even like. Okay, we all know sorcerer's the easiest, but it's
It can be.
If you pick the right
Bro.
spells, dude.
Yeah.
bruh.
Half the spells are the right spells.
You can kill the fucking Taurus demon in like 4 shots.
Yeah, but I mean that's early game, dude. I'm talking about like when you start getting later in the game and like you don't even get your good spells until you kill Big Hat Logan. You know why they call him Big Hat
I don't,
Logan?
actually.
It's
Why do they call him
Because
that?
he has a big ass hat. Bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow, really?
I didn't. Yeah, that's
Holy
news
cow.
to me.
Yeah, you don't even get your good spells until you fucking kill Big Hat Logan.
Wait, but so that's
and that's at the end of the
At the
game.
end
That's
of the
after
game.
that's after you beat Seath.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm at Artorias right now. We're big nerds, as you can see. So that writing about this subject material is just kind of like, I don't want to say it's a walk in the park. It's still writing music.
At least you
but
get it. You all get it though.
Yeah.
We all get it. We're all on the
It's
same
not.
page
It's not like
with it.
one person saying
Right.
like, guys, listen. Here's what happens in Dark Souls 2. All right.
That's kind of how it
So-
started.
Well, that's how it's going to be in Dark Souls 2 because none of us want to play that shit. game.
I remember playing that one.
Are you?
I think,
did that door open itself?
What?
There's a door open.
Oh, the other door.
It's for the cat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's for the cat, bro.
Yeah, his litter box is outside.
Oh,
so-
gotcha. I
Yeah,
just
so
wanna
that
make
way,
sure.
so that way it's not inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Never feel like this thing is in the right place.
Well, that mic
whole
stand
podcast is gonna be-
specifically
It's gonna be me
sucks
adjusting
bad.
this
You gotta
mic.
crank it down. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
there we
probably a
go.
little better.
That's better.
That thing drops, and I hate it.
Oh,
I
is that
need-
what's been
I
happening?
need good equipment.
I think because I feel like I've been
You're
like
not,
slouching
you're not
down
getting
in order
taller.
to- No,
you're not getting
I'm not
taller.
getting taller.
It's the mic. Fucking bullshit, man. If
Yeah.
only I was just rich, and I could just buy
If
myself
only I was just
fucking
rich.
for
a
real,
yeah.
whole
dude.
studio.
Yeah. Do you know what I would have if I had unlimited money on gear?
If at least another one of these.
At least.
At least.
At least a matching
At
microphone.
least a matching
Yeah,
one.
for
of these.
Justin.
Yeah, yeah, for
At
Justin.
least another one of these.
One that he can talk into instead of having to.
Yeah. Right. He's probably gonna come.
So,
through
Justin, what's your opinion on Borne of Ash?
I think that we really want to find this.
No, that's us too. We sound like we're whispering.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the star of the fucking show here. We're all talking about the military, like whispering. Then he comes in and says something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we did really good on that album. And
Yeah.
yeah.
So, how many albums do you have out now?
This is going to be the first one.
Just one.
Just one.
This is our debut album.
It's our
yeah.
debut album.
Nice.
And we're excited.
Did you guys recorded with Ryan, right?
No, we Nate recorded all of our stuff, and then Jared.
Oh yeah, Jared. That's right.
Yeah, Jared did all of our some of our mixing and all of our mastering and everything. Like he
Yeah.
he put in a lot of work on that album too. And
Petite?
petite. I don't know.
Jared, our friend Jared.
Yeah, he put in a lot of work on that album too for us, and
ton, man.
yeah,
We owe
really
him a lot
appreciate
for
it.
that.
Another
Yeah.
guy.
He did
Another
a
guy
lot
I
of
need to
the,
get on here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did a lot of the. He did all the mastering. He did a lot of the sound in conjunction with Nate, and he really helped us out with this album. So we owe him a big thanks because it sounds great.
Yeah,
Can't wait to hear it.
can't wait for all you guys to
Cannot
hear it.
wait for
man.
you guys to hear it.
It sounds really, really
Yeah.
good.
Are you guys gonna make physical copies?
Oh,
yeah,
we're
we
gonna
got
have
'em ordered.
we're gonna have physicals at the release show.
We will.
Can I get it signed by all you guys?
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
absolutely.
I got a
I'll tell you what. I
couple-
think even because you had us on this podcast, that you might just get a free signed copy
free
coming your
one?
way. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't have to pay for that.
I kind of want to.
I got it.
I'll buy a shirt then.
Sure.
If you give me a free
Yeah,
album,
you
I'll
buy
a
whatever the
shirt,
fuck you
dude.
want, man.
I still don't have a Borne of Ash shirt.
You
It's
don't?
crazy.
Oh, yeah.
We just
I've
ordered
seen
a
you
bunch
guys
of new
so
ones.
many fucking times. I
Yeah.
still don't have
So
one.
we've got a little thing on the shirts, a little debacle. So we commissioned this really sick fucking shirt design. Awesome, sick graphic design with a bunch of colors. We were planning on having them ready for the release show, but some stuff didn't work out, so we just had to kind of print some more of what we already have, which are really good shirts already. So those ones should be coming up soon. The new ones, as soon as we get done with the show, we're gonna reinvest some money back into getting some new shirts. So
You guys do that locally? You guys use like a local printer?
yeah.
or-
Everything has been local. Like we've gone through Hello Merch, or there was another guy that
Not a sponsor.
Tim referred me to. Yeah, so everything's been local. Like even Hello Merch, they're local.
Yeah, I'll have to get with you on that later because I want to get merch for Things Beyond Sound too.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
we've gotten some pretty good results with the stuff we've used. It's just honestly the hardest part is finding the right price, because there's tons of people that can do quality shirts for you, but it just depends on whether you're paying. Like I've seen some, like I think we paid about $400 for our last run of shirts. We could have easily made it 800 to 1,000 if we didn't go to the right person.
Oh yeah.
So it really just depends on who you're going to. And like even the new shirts, like that's, I mean, I don't know if I want to get too deep into how like the financials of it work, but that was a significant amount more
Yeah.
just because of the
colors.
design and the colors. And so, and it wasn't even that, I mean, we could, you get what you pay for with that stuff. We could find somebody to do it for a lot cheaper, but you have to balance whether or not it's going to be like good material for the shirts? Is it going to be a good print of the design? If you cheap out all the way, you could risk getting kind of a shittier quality.
Yeah.
So you have to find a balance of, is this person charging me way too much for what I'm getting versus am I getting the quality that I deserve for the price that I'm paying? It's kind of difficult. It's a weird thing to have to make, try to sell merch that's decent to people. You don't want to con people. You don't want to, sell them a shitty shirt that you paid $15 for. You're going to charge somebody $20 for it, and then even with that return, that you're not getting a quality product. Like people know that they're giving you a profit. So if they're going to give you money, you really have to ensure that they're going to get something decent back.
It just sucks because it's almost like trial and error too.
Yeah, it is. And there have been situations, not with this band, but with previous bands where we've ordered runs of shirts that were crappy. And, you can't, there's minimal you can do, because usually with that kind of stuff, like, it's not like you're going to send 100 shirts back and say, redo these. The person who printed them is going to be like, no. You know what I mean? You're going to just have to buy more. So a lot of times you get stuck in a situation where you're not profiting anymore because you're having to sell them for less than what you put in because they're crappy. Mm-hmm. So you have to kind of find, and we've been fortunate enough to have been doing it for long enough that we have pretty good connects now for getting merch.
Yeah, that's good.
But you just have to do your research and find the right people in order to get quality merch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been wanting to start looking into different things like that.
Yeah,
I've had this idea that I've wanted to get a bunch of shirts that just say "Things Beyond Sound." I only have 2 that I ever made, and they're like homemade.
Yeah,
and I want to get like just the "Things Beyond Sound" text, but I want to have like episode whatever number,
right,
and make like all the episodes and just give them to the guests who have them.
That way
they have the shirt with their episode number on it. And then the regular
badass.
like general public will buy like the normal shirt.
Right.
They don't have the episode number.
Yeah.
That'd be badass.
It'd be cool to have like
that would be badass.
Yeah, it'd be like a talking point. If anybody ever wore if you guys wore one that's episode 46 on it, people would be like, "What the fuck is episode 46?"
Yeah, we could wear the episode I was on, bitch. Go
that's
watch
my
it.
episode.
We could wear that shit on stage. People could see that and say, "Hey, this person was on."
Yeah.
Things Beyond Sound, episode 46.
That'd be pretty funny. I think most people don't even pay attention to what shirts you're wearing most of the time.
Most of the time, not.
Except
you
for
could wear
other band members.
Yeah, the only time they do is if you're wearing something that's really like either offensive or
stupid.
Yeah,
like
dumb.
the Sad Dad show.
Like
everybody wears polos.
Yeah,
polos and the fucking khaki shorts
Tim
and the fucking New
wears
Balances,
PBR board shorts and stuff.
That shit's pretty funny though. Fucking Wade came out with the sport shades on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The fucking
Pit
khaki board shorts.
Yeah.
Wade, love that guy.
Oh yeah.
That was funny.
Sick boy.
He was up there. I was like, "I'm proud of you, Dad." Everybody started laughing.
You hit that. Yeah.
Let's give a quick shout out
good.
to Sad Mom too. Sad Mom's going to be at Sad Dad Fest.
Oh
this year.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you saw Sad Mom last year, she was just really letting it all hang loose.
She's gonna be there again.
Big breastises, large butt cheeks, in a bikini, and just the most beautiful face I've ever seen. Her beard was great. Her facial hair is usually pretty good. She's usually wearing good hats. If you see Sad Mom, just give her a hug. You'll know.
You'll know.
You'll
know.
You'll know.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to go to Sad Dad Fest to find out.
All inclusive.
All inclusive.
All inclusive.
Yeah.
Is it all ages?
All ages.
All ages.
Is it all ages?
All inclusive.
Okay, I might have to clarify then if it's all ages that this is a man dressed in a woman's suit. So you will not be exposed to anything that your children would not want to see.
Yeah, they'll want to see it.
They'll
think it's hilarious.
Yeah, it is hilarious.
Well, I can't wait to see you guys at that show.
Yeah,
yeah.
June 7th, Last Exit Live down in South Phoenix.
That's not Sad Dad Fest.
No, that's
June
not Sad
7th
Dad.
is your guys' CD release.
Wait, is that what you
right?
meant? Yes, June 7th is our CD release.
Okay.
Last Exit Live, doors are at 7. Tickets are $10. You can get them at our Bandcamp, borneofash.bandcamp.com. or you can hit up any one of us on social media and we can sell you a ticket. Regardless, you know, we'd love to have everybody there. It's a super sick bar, really great sound. Should be a good time.
Hell yeah, man. I don't know if I've ever been there, so might be my first time going to that,
fun.
that
It's fun.
venue.
That's a cool spot. I like it a lot.
Funky little venue.
All right, well, it was good talking with you guys. It was a
You
good
too, man.
episode.
Thank you
Hell
for
yeah,
having
brother.
us, man.
Thank you for
Really
having us.
appreciate it.
Yeah, till next time.
Yes, sir.